show started a while ago.
Fuck!
I know there's some
Fucked it up!
piddly diddly
God
MIDI shit
damn it!
playing.
Does this work?
No,
Let's see. This
of
might
course
work.
not.
This might work, Vito. This might work.
Definitely
Don't
won't.
fucking say that it won't work. It might work.
Yeah, look at that.
No, it might. Transform. Reset the transform. Yeah! Fuck you! Shit! I messed that up.
Yeah, I know you did.
Well, they changed it. Oh, yeah,
okay.
buddy. Yeah.
Wow.
Let's kill some time, buddy.
Let's
Start the game.
Let's do
Here
it.
we go. This is the super time killer video game that these gentlemen made. And they're already making a sequel before they wanted to get it out before your comic came out, and they sent this to me like months ago.
Right.
But I didn't want to play it because I thought it would have a Trojan virus.
Okay, so that's me.
There's you. Can everyone see it? Can everyone see on the stream?
This
Yes.
assumes my desk is in the same room
Oh,
as
and
my
I,
bed.
you know what? And I said, if it's full screen, Vito's gonna get off on this because they fucked up.
What do you
And
mean?
you were getting off that they fucked it up by making it full screen,
well,
but then I figured it out last
be able to
minute.
resize it.
Look at this. I can
Click
I
the
can
thing on the table.
go on the computer.
All right, go on the computer.
I want to spruce my place up, he says. Let's go to Amazon.
Let's go to Amazon. What do we
Wow.
got there?
I want to work on Super Killer. I need to hear back from my artist, you say.
All right.
Go to bed.
Oh,
My
we got some
Amazon stuff's
Amazon.
here. I could go for some beef and broccoli, you say.
Beef and broccoli.
I should check on my phone, you say.
Oh, I meant X. That's the version of X.
Obese Feast is something you can check on your phone. Oh, your hunger meter. Look at that.
I'm very hungry. Is that good or bad?
We can investigate this later.
Wait, get the bag of food by the door.
It's not real food.
Yeah, but I just want to see what happens.
It's not. You're interested in. Really, this is saving me time.
So the hunger goes down? So I'm less hungry because I ate the
See how
the
it
food.
says, this is saving me time? Like, everything's like an excuse.
Everything's good, yeah. You got a lot of creativity. What about the...
You're so upset by that game.
No, it's
You're
fun.
like seething
Yeah, I'm
with
really,
resentment and
I'm
hatred.
completely blown out. I'm
What is that guy's name?
coping and seething.
Krill.soul. He has a degenerate ape.
Did he
as
make that
his-
video, though, that some people were posting around? Is that the same thing?
Let's play this. We'll have to play the sequel a bit later.
Oh, that's
We can't
the sequel.
top load this
Okay.
episode with ads. I don't want him to ask for his money back.
Yeah, exactly.
With Super Time Killer. Are you ready? Do
There
you want
we
a
go.
break from all the seething that you're doing about this
from
game?
the huge amount of seething and coping that is going on right now. No, it's good. I'm glad there's a whole extended universe.
Based
you know?
on what?
On my procrastination, I guess.
Seething. Absolute seething.
I'm happy.
You're happy?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Oh.
That's what matters.
You better enjoy these last
Last
few
days
days
till
on
what?
Earth till we lock you inside our magical crystals
Yeah.
for thousands of years of torment and reflection. For your,
I've been having a
for
lot.
your
I've been having a
actions.
lot of fun. I've been writing future issues.
You should write an apology
For what?
for your behavior after Election Day. You're done.
Sorry for making the a great comic book, and I'm very excited.
Nothing to
about
do
it.
with the comic.
Oh, for after
It's all
the
about
apology?
your political ideology.
Did you put a bet down or no?
No. I
Why
bet
not?
with
The
my
odds
soul.
are bad. The odds are bad for you.
I bet one soul. With
One soul.
Satan.
You're gonna. What are you gonna do if a lady becomes president?
Kill myself.
I think you have to
Kill everyone else first.
I think we got to cook up that book, buddy. I think you got to at least eat a couple pages. You can't. Come on.
I have to eat the whole book.
Does it say you got to eat the whole book?
I said. What do you mean it? I wrote that I would eat the whole book.
What are the exact quote from in the book?
A woman will never be president.
If she is, I'll eat this book.
I'll eat my book.
There's got to be a way we could cut it up and make like a.
But you know
soup.
what? It's never gonna happen.
Well,
You know why?
why?
Because they're dumb.
They are dumb, and there is honestly, being a woman is probably the worst thing Kamala has going for her.
Yeah, and she's got a lot bad going
She's got a
for
lot
her.
of, well,
Today's episode is brought to you by Rise.scam.
Scam.mp3.
Hey,
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Ready?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Okay, I feel like you're low for some reason.
Test 1, 1, 2. Hello, Test.
Is he low? Is he low? I don't know.
Biggest
Krill.soul.
problem
He's a degenerate ape.
the universe.
Welcome to the biggest problem in the universe. The only show that ranks every problem in the universe. From cultural appropriation to misunderstanding the Federation. And he's talking about planets there. I'm your host, Dick Masterson. Joining me as always is Vito Links.
Wait, why is he talking about the Federation?
The Federation Star Trek.
Did we have a Star Trek problem on the last episode?
I don't know. I don't even vet the rhymes anymore. You know, I've been asking for rhymes every week for 2 years, and I'll still get
keep
bozos.
getting worse and worse.
Just giving me whatever they think of. My wife. Like, what
My
does my
wife.
wife have to do with anything, buddy?
Why can't our audience rhyme?
Well, the rhyming isn't the issue. It's the focusing on the specifics of the assignment.
Right.
Rhyme last week's problems. Oh yeah, like a big dump truck and like
a giant tomato, but you can't cut it in half. What are you talking about?
My dad was like, when I was 14, like my dad was going through some trouble with my mom. Like, you are so far off the assignment already.
Well, we appreciate everybody's attempt to contribute.
I do not appreciate your attempts if you did not follow the specifics. It's a waste of my time.
Maybe we need to publish the specifics. Maybe we're not direct enough with people,
I reply to every single one of them who messes it up.
Like when they send in a voted up stinger, which is just the song Tequila for 30 seconds.
Hey, jackass.
So we get copyright claims. It's like, good bit. You really thought that one through.
Okay.
Well, we've been having a lot of fun. We had a new bonus episode, guys.
Yes!
It's available now on the Patreon, patreon.com/.
We need your money because we have no sponsors.
We recently tried to have a sponsor. If you were tuned in for the last episode, you might have heard us talking about how important this election is to young people and why you should register to vote.
And that's what we were paid to do.
We were paid to. We were given a brief.
Register at truth.social.
That's where you need to register. Because we said, we can do an ad, sure. So we did the ad. Mm-hmm. Okay, we each weighed in on why we thought the election was important.
Yeah.
Okay, you thought the election was important because everyone needs to vote against women, and that's your American
I'm
right.
anti-child molester.
Anti-child molester.
That's my main driver.
Well, I'm also
Tim Waltz. I'm not enough to not. You're still voting for one who's maybe a child molester.
Okay. Well, regardless,
he's like, huddle up. Let's get down the field and don't drop the ball. Like, man, when I was in sports in college, in high school, if coach talked to me like that, 100% pedophile.
So basically, I got an email out of the blue, before last week's show, and it was, "Hey, would you guys like to do a sponsored ad read?" And I said, "Of course. We're always looking for something like that."
Yeah.
Specifically asking for this show. It was not directed to me. It was asking for biggest problem. And I said, "Oh, well, they must know the show. They must know, obviously."
They must be listening to every word and pleasuring
must have
themselves
an idea.
at the sound of our voices or my voice.
I don't know if I want to, if I should name. It's like another kind of YouTube personality.
We're not going to say her name, but she's hot.
We're not going to say her name, but she's like, thought she knew. I thought she knew the show.
They did her dirty.
Well, here's what happens. They sent us the brief, and obviously the brief said...
The brief was a disaster.
The brief was a disaster on a number of levels.
Because I said, I went on Twitter and
I don't even think you looked at the brief to see how bad it was. Did you?
Yeah, I looked at it. I'm like, there's no call to action.
I couldn't even make sense of it. There's no call to action. I had to
gibberish.
invent a call to action.
Usually it's like, here's what you say, here's what you say. And
here's the website we want people to go to. That we had to make
most
up
important.
because they have 10 websites. I'm like, I think this is the website they want people to go
Their
to.
copy said, click here.
Yeah, their copy literally said, click here. I'm like, do you want me to look into the camera on our podcast?
Click here.
Don't forget, audience, click here. Give me the fucking URL. So we do the ad read, and then I went...
Now I'm thinking something shady's going on because they got so many websites and stuff. I'm like, are you guys selling watches?
Well, like
What's
you
going
said,
on?
a couple... this organization, I don't know exactly what they're about, but apparently there's a lot of people who are very critical of them.
Yeah. They've been buying people up, I guess.
I guess there's I think a lot of influencers have been
cheap.
getting these sponsored ad reads. So
right-wing influencers are cheap. You can pay them to say anything.
So we do a great ad read. We tell people to register to vote, and then we get an email about how they're mad at us.
We'll read it. If we make $1,000, we'll read it because we need to remake the sponsorship money that we did not give it back.
Well, as I discussed to you,
Vito's refund policy.
I made them send the money. Normally, with a sponsored ad read, you don't get anything up front. Usually, it's payable on delivery.
But you can't trust Democrats.
And I was like,
they're stealing.
I was like, I have the feeling that something might go wrong. I need you guys to wire it to me before Friday's show. They wired me the money. I said, okay, now we will do the ad read.
Beautiful, lovely contact.
So we have that email. I don't know, $1,000 where?
Because it's at $500 for both of us. It's $1,000. It's simple math.
I think
if we get over $1,000, I'll read the guy's email.
This is Dick's rule, okay? I think we will. You know what? I think we'll
the Mexican guy. He tried to get us to read a freebie. A freebie.
He tried to get his money back.
He said, "Oh, Vato, how about you read a freebie or give me my money back?"
He said, "Can we get our money back on that ad read?" And I was like, in the back of my head, I'm like, "Come on, are you be retarded? What are you talking about?"
He's hinting about like giving us more money.
Was that what he was hinting about? It didn't even make sense.
You like to work with influencers. What?
And I'm like, what do you mean? The election's going to be over. What are you going to have us do next? Promote some fucking Democrat mayor? I don't fucking know.
There's always a pedophile to get elected somewhere.
Maybe after we see some of the super chats that come in, we'll feel so inspired to read it during
I thought it was a great ad. It was a good ad.
Well, it
was a compelling ad to get people registered on your fucking site. It was good.
I thought it was, I thought it got the point across.
Go register.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was an anti-Trump site.
It's a little complicated. I think how
was I supposed to know that?
They also only listen to the top of the show. I don't think they listen further in where I complain about.
And he screenshotted our comments? Like,
well, one of you idiots commented. I've never seen a sponsor get.
That was Mo Wang.
He said, "I've never seen a sponsor."
This might be the hardest I've ever seen a sponsor get screwed. Good stuff.
I want you to know that comment was emailed to us as evidence that we did a bad job.
By a DNC operative.
The top comment was saying, "We've never seen a sponsor get screwed this hard." He said, "Well, even your commenters are saying." So I want you guys
a little October surprise for you.
So I want everyone to know who comments.
I have a disability.
Yeah.
I have a disability. If you don't spell it out exactly what you want me to say, I have a very hard time trying to figure it out based on context clues because I don't get any all the feedback I get is negative.
Right.
So I don't know how to process it because of my disability.
Well, as a podcast run by two disabled people, we tried our best. We're now being victimized and being told to give the money back. But we are standing firm. I do want you guys to know that, however, that your comments
This is how Palestine feels.
This is why YouTube comments are so important, because our sponsors might see them and try to take their money back. So, way to go, commenters. You really you got us in trouble, I guess.
Mo Wang.
Mo Wang, you got us in trouble. It's like you snitched to the teacher, basically. Wow, that sponsor's going to be pissed.
Check this out, guys.
Way to go, man.
Thanks, Mo.
I got an angry email from a lady and her boss because of you.
Her email wasn't angry.
Hers was, I wanted to think like she got
How's she
it.
gonna be angry typing around those tits?
I don't fucking know.
Mamma mia.
I thought we did pretty good. I hope they saw the rest of
It was a good ad.
Yeah.
It got people to go to the site. People were even saying in the comments, I'm going to the site.
Well, I saw some people were signing up with fake names and other bullshit. But
that's still a voter.
It still counts. Yeah, I guess. Sign up with your name of your dead grandpa. It's all the same. Anyway, guys, if you know of any other sponsorship opportunities we can torpedo and destroy, please let us know. Because we're looking for it. God damn it.
It was a good ad. We did our best.
I think they just didn't understand, what we were doing. We were helping, or
there's a lot of that going around.
Yeah, well, they wrote a shitty brief. It's their fault. They should have.
It is their fault.
It is absolutely their fault, 100%.
And now here we are giving more free promotion. I guess this isn't an ad either, though.
No.
We should double down.
We should
send them an invoice. Send an invoice to billing at and then their domain and see if they just pay it.
It might work. They seem clueless.
That might be a felony.
You know what made me mad about it, though? I was like, this is what the Democrats are spending their money on. Like, the complete low amount of effort. Just be like, just say you love Kamala. And
right.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, don't go in like this big roundabout. You got money for the sphere, but you don't have you don't have $250 for me?
Yeah, I can't believe they tried to get their money back. I'm like, you guys can afford it.
It cost you more than $250 to write this email.
Take 1 second off your sphere time and give it to us. You get 1 less second on the sphere.
You see those ad men like crowing on Twitter about it? Like, I'm so proud for getting the sphere. Like, you just bought it. What do you mean?
There's people like bragging they got time on the
like the
sphere?
managers of Kamala's campaign are like posting it like, so proud of our team. Like, what do you mean?
You paid for a digital billboard. What are you talking about? That's retarded.
For yourself.
You didn't even make it cool. Dude, like... And then Kamala's like, we built a Fortnite map, like a Magic America town you can run around. And I'm like, I don't understand.
We gotta get the Holocaust Fortnite
what
guy
you
back
guys
in
think
here.
you're doing. Yeah, Holocaust Fortnite
Way
guy
better.
at least had like a cool idea. He's like, what if you could see like some fucked up shit?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh man,
And
all
it's
right.
not just Jewish Holocaust. And I said, I'm listening.
Look, I know that little Jewish vampire is not the best podcast voice, but I like.
He was
that
like
guy.
a reverse Pinocchio in that moment.
I want to reconnect
like when
with
Pinocchio tells the truth.
Fortnite Holocaust guy. I like that guy.
Okay. Rough start today. Lack of fictional bigots won.
I can't believe it.
That was a great problem.
It's weird though, because it's true.
Yeah.
You know what someone else pointed out? You remember they made that fake Star Wars movie, the Rebel Moon?
Oh yeah.
And even Rebel Moon had like real Nazis, but they weren't like bigotry Nazis. They were like rape Nazis.
Those weren't real Nazis.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, there's like, look, they're the most evil guys in the universe. It's like, why?
They're
It's like
raping.
because they kill, white people. And you're like,
Yeah.
no, they gotta like kill like one specific race of people. Then they're Nazis.
I think only the Twilight Zone can have real bigots and Nazis because it's like it's you.
Yeah, you're the bigot and the Nazi.
bigot in all of possible scenarios.
Every Twilight Zone
you're
is
the bigot.
you were that guy. You thought when they took the bandages off, it was going to be an ugly girl, but it was actually we're all pig people.
And
you're
then
a
it's
pig
a
person
sign
too.
that when they take the bandages off, it says you, the audience person, the one who says they're not talking about me.
God.
You're the bigot.
Oh my god! All right, lack of fictional bigots.
Election spam.
I had the top 2. That's a 2 for. Boom.
Go register to get some
Go
spam.
register for no reason because none of it matters. If they ask to take the money back, do I now say don't register and voting doesn't matter?
Well, no,
what do I do?
I don't know.
I haven't given the money back yet, so until they try to take the money back.
You better give that money back after you refund every super killer purchase.
Every single super killer. It's coming
I was
back.
really upset when that happened because I needed it. I have cancer.
The $500.
Yeah, and I needed that for tests for cancer.
Only 250 split between us. You can't really pay
That's
for a
why
lot
I was
of cancer tests.
I was even halfway there. I was so happy.
halfway to paying off your cancer.
Yeah.
Well, that's the Democrats.
Now I
for
gotta
ya.
ask Chat GPT. Man face. Probably
That should have been
man.
higher.
Nah,
That's
people
a
are
good
done
one.
with trans stuff. All they care about is trans in sports now. They don't even care. They just want to know who wins. Electoral college denier said last, but not negative, so that's good.
Speaking of trans in sports,
Oh.
when are we going to get some of those? I mean, I was watching the World Series, and I was like, this is bigoted. Should be
You
some
want
la-
some
should be
ladies
some
in
ladies
there?
out there hitting high fly balls, long bombs away.
Nah, they get a lady as a kicker every once in a while for like a college team.
Do they?
Yeah, it's like a joke. Like when they let the
I can
retarded
see,
kid.
well, not a long kicker, but maybe an accurate kicker. I don't know.
No, women aren't good at anything.
Who was it who posted? Recently they posted, it was like a clip of the WNBA finals.
You know what? Wasting money. If there was a wasting money competition,
Yeah. Women's sports would be it.
and you could only buy things that were advertised on Instagram,
Yeah.
and you couldn't spend more than $50 per purchase, they might win that. I'd have a hard time spending that much money in that specific way.
There's got to be some competitions for women that would be enjoyable to watch.
Pointing out shoes that are in the middle of the room. They blindfold your girlfriend,
Yeah.
and they put them in a house that they don't know. And using the power of their obnoxious nagging, they identify where the shoe is in the middle of the room.
Who can throw out the most necessary and important things in the quickest amount of time? Honey, where's my hammer? Oh, I threw it out.
Yeah.
Why?
Who can take the longest to answer what time we're going to dinner at? What time are we leaving for dinner? well, then it's the Putin meme.
Just sitting there, just thinking about it.
Okay.
Did you watch the World Series at all? Mm-hmm. It was good. It was interesting.
Yeah, I deleted about 6 tweets when we won.
When we won? Oh, why? Were you complaining beforehand? Because we were down 5?
No, we won. I was like, 9/11, all this. Like, I posted all these pictures of World Trade Center getting bombed.
I deleted like 5 tweets.
That's too far.
You know what? Let's,
that's too far. You know what?
Although, I feel stupid because then I look online and they're like, and, to celebrate, downtown LA is full of rioters. I'm like, of course. Oh, why did I not go?
You don't want to be involved in those riots. They're blowing fingers off and stuff.
Dude, that guy blew off his hand. There's a video of a guy being like, yeah, the Dodgers. And he just blows his fucking hand up. And then it's always the shock of blowing up your hand is the most interesting thing because that guy's still like, hey, what are you going to do? And you're like, dude, you just blew off all your fucking fingers. He's like, Dodgers, yeah.
Man, that riot was awesome.
I know. I missed a bus on fire. I missed an entire looting of a Nike. Dude, I looked at the Nike store getting robbed. They put up like 1 sheet of fucking plywood. Like, that'll keep the youth out of the Nike store. It's not like they want the sneakers that bad. And then they're just like, what are you guys, retarded? Come on. You need to put like a fucking turret out there.
My girlfriend's like, can you believe this? Isn't this awful? I'm like, it's awesome. Fuck that bus. It's fucking great, man. New York wouldn't have done that shit. New York would have done some gay shit. New York would have like gone to a spin class if they won. They don't know what the fuck
my
they're
biggest
doing
problem
over
is
there.
my inability to predict a riot. Because I always like a riot will happen.
Buzz.
A riot will happen and I'll go, I should have known. I should have known there was going to be a riot. I would have went.
Come on, man.
TMZ
Come
wants
on,
to.
TMZ. Just give me that picture,
Dodgers
dude.
fans set an MTA bus. No, you got it.
No, it was
you don't
taking
see the
too
video?
long.
No, it was running. It was playing.
This is what I want, but it's all messed up.
Dude, you had it. Okay.
It's all messed up now. I just want to open this picture.
Look at that.
Open image in a new...
Look at that bus. That says victory all over it.
I bet you thought you were going to have a nice day, bus, but you are fucking getting burned by some Mexicans, actually.
Oh, it's one of those super long ones. It's got the little connector in the middle, huh?
Good luck getting to dental college tomorrow, bitch.
I can't believe I missed another solid LA riot, man.
Look at that shit.
Every LA riot
and there's people
is a
still
treasure.
in there.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, they handcuffed him to the thing. They knocked these old
There was a
ladies
guy
down.
wearing a "I Love New York" T-shirt. They handcuffed him inside and they burned him alive. This is the LA spirit.
Okay, Mo Wang. This is the hardest I've ever seen a sponsor get screwed. Good stuff. And they weren't screwed, though. That was a good ad. Skiff the Dragon, the guy laughing in the background is great. Sven Stoffels,
People were split on whether or not they like having a laugh
most
track.
people love it.
I fucking love it. I think that individual is welcome to be on any episode of the show he wants. I love that
we got to get that girl that set you up with the ad in here, too.
I don't even know where she's based on. She is a good-looking gal.
Unbelievable.
I blew it though. I blew it.
No, she's
Her
probably
boss,
turned on by that.
She's probably like, "Oh, you really stuck it to my boss." My boss is like so mad at me at work because of you guys. Oh my god.
Sven Stoffel says, "I can't believe Vito said all those nasty things about me. That's uncalled for."
I think Butch Killigan is still available for another couple days, guys. Get in while you still can.
That's why you were saying before the show it's going to be available forever because no one wants to buy that shit. Isn't that what you said?
That's not what I said.
You said Sven looks like a when old men look like a baby.
What is this?
You're
saying that now. Now you're saying that.
Like in Deadpool 3, and then he did say it after the credits.
That's not what I said. I have been very critical of J3PO's Acrobatic Chronicles.
You said, "Hey Sven,
what is this?
Don't buy a thesaurus." You said, "Sell it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was like a little bit of a Norm joke that you did.
I have no hatred for Sven Stoffels and his
I'm not saying
graphic novel Butch Killigan Volume 2 currently available. Go check it out.
Enrique Cabrera, dude, he called in his comic.
Yeah.
All things are represented by like characters, like chibi characters, and then immediately the Catholic Church says, "We are now this little anime pedophile thing."
I really there's a lot of opportunity for commentary with that little anime pedophile girl for and I'm like, I'm just not touching it.
She's got a chastity belt. Did you know that?
I'm like, the first thing I saw when I saw that, I'm like, put it in a jar because it's game over, Catholicism. What are you thinking? Oh, well.
First I thought it was kind of sad, but then, speaking of the devil.
There's my boy.
Remember what I said about how I'm not drinking beers this episode last week? That was a lie. Thank you.
Good.
Enrique Cabrera. They got JFK because he was in Call of Duty. If you watch the bonus episode, you can also see our argument about the editing on that man on the street video.
The editing is fine. What are you talking about? I sent it to you for review. You said
I'm not an editor. I don't know how to do it.
I'm also not an editor, I guess, because I just fuck up everything. All right. It had positive comments. People liked it. It's a fucking man on the street bit. It's not breaking the fucking world open.
All I was saying was that there's more funny stuff that also could have been in there.
Okay, well, next time I'll send you all the footage. You can go through all of it.
I can't edit it.
You don't have to edit it. You can go, oh, hey, don't forget this timestamp. Put this in or something.
Yeah, but I forgot it until I don't know until I see it. Then I'm like, oh, yeah.
I sent you a cut.
Yeah, but I have to see it when it's on YouTube and it's already out. Then I can see.
Then you know what.
Then I go,
what changes you want to
I
make.
know what the deal is.
I think it was a good trial run, and obviously if we do another one, we can plan it more. We plan that like a day in advance.
We need like a master editor.
Well,
like a master.
I honestly, I'm hoping that is something I can find an editor and go, well, this is what we want, and here's like the general template for it, because I don't want to be editing that stuff all the time.
I bet it was hard to edit it. We were constantly jerking off over that hawk girl.
Which girl?
The hawk girl.
Oh, Hawk Girl. Yeah.
Lieutenant Search says, poor Rudy
I like Hawk
Giuliani.
Girl. I want to get her on the show. We got to find her.
Cool. Need some bigger wheels for these chairs.
I like that she doesn't know anything, which is the best quality in a woman.
He wasn't even married to those ladies, and they still managed to take all his stuff. Yeah, it sucks. Siobhan, my husband watched the Power Washer videos, and we have one, she says. Wow.
Boom! Everybody loves the Power Washer videos. I'm telling you.
Pasquar. Quick guides.
I also watched that guy who mows lawns in the ghetto, and black people yell at him for no reason. They're like, I'm angry about this. He's like, I'm just mowing this guy's lawn for free. And they're like, are you allowed to do that? And he's like, yes. I'm calling the cops.
No, you're not allowed to do that.
And I'm like, do they just see like a white guy doing anything? And they're like, something about this is wrong, and I need to stop it. It's really interesting.
Way too many steps. I thought you lived in Oakland.
I did. I lived in the bad part of LA. I lived in like Compton.
You didn't learn how to whisper them at all?
Well, at this point, I don't have to because I don't live in those areas anymore.
Okay.
Now I can say it.
Whatever steps that you have between seeing you and being upset, just remove all of them.
I told you my favorite black people having a real good time in the ghetto story, right?
No, I don't know.
So when we first moved to LA, me and my buddies, we were all in a car, and we're like, we're going to go on like a fun LA adventure,
Okay.
But our apartment complex had a driveway that was only wide enough for one car to get in and around at one time.
Say one of you.
Well, there you go. And and we're always like, well, that's fine as long as nobody just parks in that driveway blocking everyone. And of course, the neighbors would always park in the driveway blocking anyone in the back parking lot from getting out. We said, okay, well, you know what? That's how they are, and that's that's their culture, whatever else. So we go to exit down this one-way kind of lane, and then we kind of honk gently, like, hey, can you come out
big mistake.
and move your car? Because we're trying to get out. We're on a road trip, and a guy comes out, and he's in some sort of argument with the woman inside the house. And he's going, bitch, why do you make me do this? Mm-hmm. Bitch, why do you make me do this? I'm like, what is she making him do? And he then takes a hammer and proceeds to knock out every single window of his car with the hammer as we're sitting there watching four little white kids just like, what the fuck? As he's just going around from each window going, bam, 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 bam. And then he starts slamming the side of the car and whatever else. And we just slowly back the car back into the driveway and go back
inside. Did you learn a lesson?
Well, that guy learned a lesson because the next day he goes to my buddy. He goes, man, did you know how expensive car windows are? My buddy's like, yeah, you probably shouldn't knock them all out with a hammer in the middle of an argument. So yeah, that was the first year I moved to LA. I learned a lot about the vibrant communities and how they handle disagreements.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just slowly backed up.
I was filling up before Burning Man. I was filling up my trailer at Walmart.
Yeah.
Up in Bakersfield, and it's a giant trailer, right?
Yeah.
You almost couldn't miss it. And I say almost because it's like in the giant art sculpture in the back and stuff, and people are loading it in.
Yeah.
And this black woman and her boyfriend just start getting their car. While we're all loading,
Loading this giant trailer.
700 pounds.
Sure.
Starts backing up, and I see that they're going to back into the trailer, and I go, whoa! I open the door and I honked on the horn, right?
Yeah.
And the first one didn't work, so I laid on the horn like, ah, and then she, jerks to a stop, and then she gets out and goes like, oh no, you're honking at me, hell! And her boyfriend gets out too and goes, yo, what the fuck? And I walk over, and he's like getting out of the car doing this. I don't know what you call this. It's like the beginning of like a Naruto run. When they do that. I'm like, are you about to travel through time? Are you gonna run so fast? What's this? What are you, a fucking angel?
That's powering his stand. Yeah, he's powering up. He's powering up his insolence.
And he's like, what?
And disrespect.
You get him back into the trailer, bud. He's like, shit.
Oh, shit, he really
back.
didn't, look at... He couldn't
I don't
figure
know.
it out until after he got out.
I think he made the commitment to get out. He's like, shit, I don't know what to do.
This guy is honking at me.
Like, were you in an argument with that bitch in there? And now you, gotta...
that might be it.
Like, I don't care if you hit the trailer. It's not my trailer. It's gonna fuck up your car big time.
Right.
So, you're welcome.
There's a lot of stuff like that
Vote
going
Trump.
around. Point is, it can happen to anybody. Anybody could knock out all the windows of their car because they're mad.
Legacy
It can happen
says...
to anybody.
It's about crime. JCUL says, I'm glad to see someone else notice how creepy drunk 3PO is.
He's a weird guy.
What did they call him in chat? Gay PDO?
KPEDO.
KPEDO. KP3DO.
It's
It works. It works.
does work really well.
Is that Black Girl Magic book selling? Eric July's released 2 Black Girl Magic books in 1 month.
Yeah, Eric July really fucked his buddy over by being like, hey, debut your book, and then 2 or 3 days later, I'll debut 3 of mine to completely overshadow yours.
Two black women in November. Should have released it in February.
Should have had a Blood Ruth, little Blood Ruth,
Little Blood Ruth
package, yeah.
Yeah.
You get both.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, I know I get a lot of people, and they go, well, look at how Eric July is just pumping this stuff out. I go, yeah, he definitely is pumping this shit out.
That's what you said about Sven Stoffels.
I did not
You're
say
like,
that
of course
about
he's
Sven
got
Stoffels. I love Sven Stoffels. He's a great guy. That son of a bitch. Any other great comments for us?
The Spider says there's no fictional bigotry because none of these writers can ever even picture bigotry actually happening. That's how rare bigotry is. It's almost non-existent. No, it's just that they're all bigots.
Well, also that they define bigotry in the dumbest
Comical.
possible.
Yeah.
You saw that new video game that came out?
No.
The Veil Guard.
Oh, I thought the trans shit?
Yeah, well, there's a part where a lady's having a conversation. She goes, and then she did this, and the other person goes, actually, that individual is non-binary, and she goes,
And then this
my.
queer did this.
And then it's this whole, you're like, can you imagine reading Lord of the Rings at one point, Frodo accidentally calls an elf, the wrong pronoun? Wouldn't that kind of take you out of the story?
Just
Doesn't that kind of just go, oh.
You had to correct them like that?
Yeah, why not just go.
Do they have a conversation about that? And hey, thanks for correcting me out there.
Yeah, well,
hey, no problem.
That's where it gets really bad. Is then she goes, well, we actually have a thing. Whenever we misgender someone, I have to do push-ups, and I'm like, now
Until
you're turning
I'm
it
dead.
into a joke, a goof. What? Why? It's this weird
Stop hiring women.
Remember when gay stuff was kind of edgy and oh man, yeah, we fuck each other in the butt and we're
yeah, big gay Al.
We're shitting on each other and there's blood everywhere and whatever the
Not
fuck.
that part.
Well,
Yeah.
whatever. One of us fucked a monkey and now we're all
Mr.
fucking
Slave.
dying
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah,
You're
okay.
wow, that's hardcore. All right, punk rock. And now it's really fucking gay.
Yeah.
It went from
Yeah.
gay stuff being that's kind of
like a TED
man,
Talk.
that's kind of cool, man. That's kind of gay. But now it's oh, that's fucking gay as hell. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
I think the lack of the F slurs. I think when all the gay guys, everyone's going, look at those F slurs, a bunch of F slurs hanging out. You're that's cool. It's got an edge on it. It's punk rock.
We should have made them a deal with marriage.
Yeah.
We'll give you gay marriage. It's happening anyway, and we get to say F slur forever.
I think it would help you guys if you let us keep saying the F slur. If anything, forcing us to call you
Were
gay.
you saying you guys too?
All the gay fucking the F slurs. If
in the audience?
any gay person out there, I think when I could go, hey, I got this buddy, he's a real F slur, it was like kind of cool. It had like some edge on it. But now I have to go talk about my buddy. Yeah, I got a guy, he's on like a homosexual, he's gay. He's on a...
Are you talking about that guy, your friends?
Yeah. Well, no. Ryan's not on a gay adventure. Ryan's emo blasting the hell out of every chick in Germany. What are you, crazy? They love that guy over there.
That's what gay guys do. They have tons of sex with women.
That's how it goes.
You spilled all over your wig and your contract. You spilled all over the ownership of the show. Oh, you spilled all over my MAGA hat! No!
It's just a little bit.
Oh, no!
It'll dry out.
That's going to be the punished. Oh, you spilled Logan Paul's prime. He endorsed Trump, though, so that's okay.
Yeah, there you go. You saw Buzz Aldrin endorse Trump.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because he fucking loves space.
Yeah, that's cool.
Cool.
Something about a
Who's your
trans
favorite
man.
guy that they endorsed Trump? And you're like, all right, we got that guy. I got all the Avengers for Kamala for some fucking reason.
Because they all were raping kids at Diddy's parties. Obviously.
I saw that video and I'm like, look.
Well, probably Elon, honestly.
I really want Chris Pratt to just get in the Star-Lord outfit and go, hey, this is Star-Lord. Trump fucking rules.
Everyone in Hollywood fucks kids, and I saw it. Boom.
I'm the Lego Man, I'm Garfield, I'm Mario, and I'm Star-Lord.
I don't give
all
a fuck.
4 of those characters are voting for Donald Trump. Like, that would be the video.
But not John. John fucking sucks.
John sucks. Luigi sucks. Okay? But Mario and Garfield and Star-Lord and the Lego Man are all endorsing Donald J. Trump. Hollywood would get set on fire. Every kid's franchise coming out for Trump.
Why hasn't he? He's supposed to be a big Christian. What a fucking pussy.
It would be the best video ever.
Fuck Chris Pratt.
Hey, guys, it's me, Mario, remember? Hey, Donald Trump's the only path forward, and I'm sorry, that's it. And Garfield agrees. And the guy from Jurassic Park agrees. All these characters are 100% MAGA. Every dinosaur you've ever loved is voting for Trump. Chris Pratt really had an opportunity to do the funniest thing in the world.
To serve God.
Yeah,
and
well.
he fucking bailed.
He loves God. He should have done it.
I'm not correcting people anymore. If they say he left his autistic son and his wife, I'm just going to let him say it. Yeah, he did. What a fucking jerk.
He had an opportunity.
Okay, so that's all these that I want to read.
Fantastic.
The rest are just trash.
Yeah, well,
Very stupid.
More ratting on us to the sponsors, I'm sure. Well, that brings me to my favorite segment.
We should
Dick.
sue them.
We should
proactively.
Yeah.
So they don't sue us.
The sponsor. Yeah.
Sponsor. Yeah.
How dare they try to take back their $500?
That
money is spent.
It's not theirs. It's a big
like
pool.
The super killer money. It's gone. All right. That brings me to my favorite segment, Dick, which I call Vote
I hope they're not mad at
us. No, they love us.
Vote on all the problems.
That's some gain right there.
Inktober arrives.
Oh, Inktober's over.
Biggest problem, Show.
That's the final day of Inktober.
Am I speaking jive? You're the fattest bunch I ever met, but you can bet before we're through.
Wow.
Nice.
Mr. I'll get a vote out of you.
It's a 2-minute song.
Well,
Tranquil as an artist.
What are you talking about? We're not cutting
Put
this
on
short.
we're not doing the full 2 minutes. We can do the half.
Within.
We'll do the other half after.
Yeah.
Great.
Vito's booty treasure. You are sure to win. There's too many Asians at Costco.
Yeah.
An asset forfeiture too.
Yes.
Is this Johnny
Somehow
Austin? Sounds
I'll
exactly the same.
Get a vote
Out of you.
Now it kicks in.
Do it.
He's never gonna catch his breath. Say goodbye to Vito's booty. Boy, was he a fool in school for cutting Jim. Riley and Mint got him scared to death. Researching how to hide a body. If you step on his property, it's grim. Vote it up. You must go vote on the fucking website.
must vote.
So Patreon and super chat to
Load it up.
The problems
Did you do the background or not?
Universe, mysterious as the cursed sonnet.
Wow! Amazing fade. Did the demo run out on Reaper or what? What happened to the fade then? That was Bakaneko Beats.
The audio wizardry
on YouTube
of our fans is
Bakaneko
unprecedented.
Beats. Bakaneko.
I'm always amazed by how they mix these tracks so professionally.
Oh man,
It's impossible to stop.
mix it. Let me eyeball it. Yeah, those things look about
Yeah.
level. Let's hear it. Good enough.
Let's see. Everything should be in the red, right?
Bounce
That's
it.
where you want to
Bounce
be.
it. That's
where we're gonna
fine.
go.
Yeah.
Oh, Dick, if you can bring
I
up
didn't
my
save it.
If
Send
you can bring
it.
up my Twitter, I have a couple things here. A couple news stories that I want to put
Vito's
in
Twitter.
A proper
Vito's
context.
Twitter.
Past
Okay.
problems you
Vito
might
being
want
Vito
to
on
go
Twitter.
and vote up. From episode 31, Dick, I don't know if you'll remember this problem. It was the problem of bread tacos brought in by the great Nick Rekieta.
Ooh.
This was basically...
Are they serving bread tacos in prison?
Well, that's we're gonna find out. He's doing good, right? He's isn't
No. He's still on trial.
I know he's still on trial, but
And they fucked him over with all his hearings
that
and
Frank
stuff.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but isn't all the stuff with his kids off the table? Like that's not part of it. Now it's just.
I don't know, man.
I think it's just
Trump's
drug
got to
possession.
win, and then Trump's got to pardon him.
Why do you think if Trump wins, like it just halcyon days and everything goes away? Like what?
Yeah, because he's
Day
going to lock
one,
you guys up.
Day one, Trump's calling up and he's going, "You
Second
need to
one.
let Nick Rekieta off."
As
this.
soon as he hits, as soon as that thing is called on CNN, Don Lemon's going to shit in his pants, and then there's going to be a beam that shoots out of his eyes and that locks all you guys in crystals for thousands of
From
years.
Trump or from Don Lemon?
Don Lemon.
Don Lemon's going to shoot a laser that locks all his fellow liberals in crystals.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you
Yeah.
guys just do whatever you want.
And you can only get out if Anderson Cooper becomes straight.
Well, we're in trouble then. I'll say this. Nick Rekieta brought in the problem of bread tacos. This is
Okay.
the idea that Subway serves terrible sandwiches.
Well, that's true.
Subway's been a common theme on this show for their terribleness. Of course, I brought up the fact that they destroyed fast food forever with the $5 footlong.
Yeah.
Well, here's another reason to hate the Subway Corporation. Dick, as you can see on your screen, that's a delicious steak and cheese sub, is it not?
No, it's from Subway.
Well, obviously not delicious, but that's a lot of steak on there, I'd
That's
say.
way too much steak versus the cheese.
For $8.39, that's a lot of steak. Well, a certain individual disagrees. A New York sandwich consumer has slapped Subway with a class action lawsuit, alleging the Subway chain advertises its steak and cheese sub with misleading images showing more meat than what customers receive. Plaintiff Anna Tolleson filed the class action lawsuit in a New York federal court. And according to the lawsuit, these ads show the steak and cheese sandwich with at least 200% more meat than what is actually served.
Yeah.
Tolleson bought the steak and cheese sandwich for $6.99 through the mobile app, expecting it to match the appealing image in the ads, and instead got something a little closer to this next image. Oh, that is dirty. That is not okay. That is anti-consumer right there.
$7?
$7. She
They hire a
expected.
little taxi for it for the sandwich.
No, she went to pick it up. She ordered it through
She
the app.
is a she.
Yeah, it's a lady.
Oh,
it's
how fat
Anna
is she?
Tolleson. She's
Let's
probably,
see her Tinder,
I've
right?
never heard of a lady ordering a steak and cheese sandwich who's not a fat lady. So
I bet she's pulled this little extra meat trick on Tinder. Ooh, I'm the prime stuff. I'm only $6.99.
after
Show up.
picking her
Whoa!
sandwich up at a New York location, she said it contained barely any steak, a stark contrast to the image that influenced her purchasing decision. Guys, I think we all got to get in on this class action lawsuit. I mean, this is horrific. We are being taken for a ride by the Subway Corporation.
Man, I wish it was full of lead.
Why?
You know, because
Yeah.
of these people ordering Subway. Just poison it. Day one.
I mean, that is pretty blatant false advertising. I know
Who fucking cares? It's a $6 sandwich.
Yeah,
what are you
but
thinking?
you can't just show
600 calories.
You can't show a giant pile of meat like that if it doesn't come anywhere close to that. That's absurd.
Why?
Because it's like in what do you call it? Falling Down, where he goes to get the burger, and the burger's the size of like a piece of paper.
That part of the movie was dumb. when he went in there
Yeah.
and the breakfast was not the right thing. That was good, but then it was like all this other shit.
went a little
like
too much.
And I was like, okay, Boomer, why don't you fucking calm down?
The size of the burger they gave him was so comically thin that I went, well, this is beyond the realm of plausibility.
You don't know how much. It's probably the first time she's ever had to buy her own food.
Well, the fact that she went to Subway tells me she doesn't make good nutrition decisions regardless. But still, I mean, look, I was promised a warm, delicious steak topped with melty cheesiness and the ability to get crazy with veggies and sauces. Instead, disappointment. I think, guys, clearly bread tacos from Nick Rekieta. If anything, pay respect to the great Nick Rekieta by voting on this problem, which is currently number 147 with 401 upvotes. Dick, I got another one for you here. This is a problem I think I brought in from all the way back in episode 17.
Yeah.
It's funny that this has been a ongoing problem for this long. It's the problem of pedophile symbol conspiracies. This is the idea that every single thing you see on the internet is pedophilic for some reason.
Okay.
Well, on Wednesday, President Joe Biden and his wife Jill Biden hosted trick-or-treaters on the White House
Bad
lawn.
news. That's a bad
Isn't
idea.
that- it's just...
Tim Walz could be hiding in a pumpkin. He'd paint his face he's painting his whole head orange.
It's just a traditional
And it says,
holiday
"Stick your-
celebration.
little boys, stick your dick in the jack-o'-lantern's
No.
mouth. And you'll get a special surprise. And he's like,
That's not what happened.
he looks like a guy from Spirited Away. Tim Walz.
Tim Walz looks like one of those big monster face guys.
Yeah. He buries himself with only his head sticking out.
Okay, well,
He
Tim
goes on a
Walz
little
was not
table.
there, and he was not dressed as a pumpkin, and he was not attempting to molest any children. Who was there, however, was First Lady Jill Biden.
Uh-oh.
Now, as we all know about Jill Biden, she's very excited about pandas, including the announcement from the National Zoo earlier this year that pandas would be returning to this Washington Zoo. Isn't that exciting? So, of course, she dressed as a panda.
That's a pedophile thing.
Yeah, well, I got a thing here. So she dresses up panda, because she likes pandas.
Yeah.
Which has now led Twitter users to accuse the Bidens of making a coded reference to child abuse, saying pandas are a reference to children with black eyes suffering at the hands of predators.
Yeah, it's weird that she's being a panda.
How is it weird that she's being a panda? It's a fucking panda.
We got a fucking we got all these immigration crisis, mortgage crisis, stock market crisis, and you're caring about pandas? I don't think so,
According to one viral Twitter post, they explain that panda eyes are satanic ritual abuse pedophile codes and signifiers of child sodomy due to the blunt force trauma during sodomization or rectal torture. The eyes can severely bruise and swell up with black circles. So apparently, if you get ass raped hard enough, you get
I don't think
black
that's
circles
true.
around the eyes.
No.
Who's ever heard of that? That's not a fucking thing.
I was with
That's
you until
complete
you
bullshit.
explained it.
Okay,
Some things don't have to be explained. You just go like, oh, there you go. Pedophile stuff.
if you get raped in the ass hard enough, you get eyes like a panda bear. Is literally what is being told. Okay, here is Nicole
I guess that's true.
Shananahan, the running mate to Robert F. Kennedy, who called out Jill Biden at a Tucker Carlson event in Arizona.
Guys, the parading of Jill Biden in a panda suit yesterday, right in front of our eyes.
Yeah.
What the hell?
What the hell?
Is this mockery?
Mockery of kids getting raped.
No more. No more.
It's a fucking panda costume, for the love of God.
No. You should have researched that shit.
No more.
Oh, yeah, pump them up. Pump the crowd up. Yeah.
No more.
Yeah, let's get another one.
Why are you laughing if it's about the rectal torture of kids?
She's crying.
She giggled at the end. She's like, no more, right?
She's crying about it. She's
This is
laughing
what I
because
hate
of the
about
mockery
this
of
is what
the
I hate
system.
about this shit is they all know they're lying and they're all like,
They're not
Can
lying.
you believe that she dressed up like a rape panda? I can't believe
What would you accept as evidence? This is obvious. If she walked out with if she was in a costume as like a priest robe with a fake little boy blowing her, would that be like for gay rights
you're
or something?
saying there's one step away
oil?
from a panda bear costume to a Catholic priest costume with a little boy.
Yeah, the little boy one would be more appropriate because at least it would be funny. This one doesn't make any sense.
I agree that it doesn't make any sense. I'll agree with that.
What if she came out in just like crazy squiggles? Like, oh, I guess
like a
she's
bunch
like
of
saying that the
okay.
government is like so like confusing. Like
It's
actually,
kind of the
that's
point
a fucking
where
pedophile symbol.
where like a guy I saw what's that? Pat McAfee. He's like a sports guy. He wore the exact same panda costume, even though he's the Trump guy.
Oh,
and
then it's fine.
They're like shutting it down, and then they're posting, images of him. They're like, you see him eating this cheese pizza, and you're like, maybe the guy just ate a fucking pizza at one point in his life.
Did he deny it?
Did he deny that it was a coded
Pedophile
reference
symbol.
to raping kids so hard that their eyes turn black, which has never happened
It's
in
not
the history
funny.
of the world? Because it's not a real thing. It is funny. It's funny that they're
Kids are
claiming that's
getting
a real
raped
thing.
all the
There's
right now.
getting
Probably,
ass raped does
within a
not give
mile.
you a black eye.
It could,
No, how? How on earth?
because you're like concentrating really hard.
You're such a fucking idiot. You're squinting so
You
hard
don't
to get away
know.
from the pain.
You don't know that it doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen. And all these pictures of kids they got with black eyes, it's like, yeah, she got bombed in Iran. She didn't get anally raped. It's like, it's just a complete.
Well, I mean, so they had a mistake in the media.
Yeah,
in the,
okay,
in the image
sure.
files. That's not. Surely you're not suggesting that no kids are being raped.
Would you know? Because like a kid,
I would know if I was
if
raped.
kids are being raped all the time, wouldn't there be a bunch of kids with black eyes all the time? Then you go, oh, well, that's obvious.
There are.
I haven't seen them. Anyway, my eyes never turned black after all the abuse. Guys, from episode 17, that's Pedophile Symbol Conspiracy. It's currently number 241 with 301 upvotes. Don't forget to vote it up.
Can't you see Tim Walsh with his head all painted orange, though?
Vote on all the problems. Oinktober.
When that guy's our vice president, you're going to have to
Arrives.
speak much nicer of him.
I'm leaving the
Biggest
country.
problem dot
I'm going to live with Ralph.
You got to put at least you got to put some bet on the election. Come on.
$1 million bucks.
Roll those dice.
I ever
How are we going to cook that book?
You can bet.
We?
Yeah. I want to be part of the culinary process. What would you do with a bunch of paper pulp? Make like a soup? It'd be like glue,
Man,
though.
I don't know.
You're going to have to really shred it up fine. And, like, you know what you could do with it? You
It's
could
sold out everywhere.
the book's sold out. That's going to be your
I
explanation.
can't do it.
Why is it any time you promise to do something, we got to find a way to not do it?
I don't know.
Maybe you can distract them with a silly pants skating routine.
Yeah, I mean, I actually do have to eat the book, though.
I would think I would think what you would do.
It's not going to happen. When it happens, it'll happen for Tulsi.
Make
And I'll
fried chicken with it. Grind the paper up into a flour.
Nah, that's too much.
What do you mean that's too much?
Because that's no longer a book then.
What are you talking about? That's the whole point of the.
You can't eat a bicycle by like exploding it and letting it turn into carbon and then growing it out of corn and then eating like popcorn.
Well, that's not what I'm
not called
proposing.
eating a bicycle.
I'm saying reducing
You're
it.
saying reduce the idea of a book so that it's no longer cohesive as a concept
You're
of a
gonna
book.
sit there and eat paper?
Well, I wrote it, didn't I? Thank God Trump's going to win, and it's too big to rig, so it's not going to happen.
Too big to rig.
Yeah,
Yeah, all right.
it's too big to rig.
Good luck to you. Well, I'm the winner, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Amish are going to come in.
Do you
They're
wanna-
going to vote like you've never seen.
Do we play the spooky UFO song now?
for the start,
Not
no.
for the first one. Okay, fantastic. You know what? I'll just get on the one I'm all hyped up on. Why not? Dick, can you bring up the website insertcredit.com? So I have a buddy. He's a good friend of mine. His name's Tim Rogers. Some of you probably know him on YouTube. He's
Can someone write an I love Tim Rogers?
I do love Tim Rogers.
Just like,
do anything you want. I
drop.
don't care. I can't
Tim
not.
Rogers.
I
Tim
can't.
Rogers.
I love this guy. I've loved this guy forever.
Jesus Christ.
He's a very interesting guy. Okay, and he does a podcast, or he did do a podcast with a bunch of guys called the Insert Credit Podcast. This is a podcast I have been
shitty.
that I've been permanently banned for
Oh, yeah.
for over 200 episodes. And I'm not allowed to go on this podcast.
You were banned from why?
Oh God, I was reliving it today as I was looking up because I'm a member of the alt-right, of course, Dick. Because I'm a radical.
I mean, you are.
Yeah, well, a little bit. Anyway, so my buddy Tim, he does this podcast with a couple other guys who hate me in varying stages. Guy Brandon Sheffield, who I don't think anybody knows that guy. Frank Cifaldi is a guy people might know. He's a guy. He's like the video game preservation Society. They're always putting out videos about like, oh, we found this rare version of Tom and Jerry for the NES. It's a triumph for the video game preservation community. And you're like, who wants to play fucking Tom and Jerry on the NES? Who gives a shit? Anyway, so they do a podcast together.
You?
No,
The guy with the kiosk of a PlayStation 2 is who gives a shit about Tom and Jerry?
I could do a whole problem. I could do a
are?
whole problem about the
pinball
video
museum
game
guy?
preservation people who are like, oh my
Okay.
god, we have to save this beta copy of Asteroids. And you're like, why? No one's ever going to play
Can't you just upload it?
Doesn't matter. Well, that's their thing. Is they want like a digital repository of all this shit, but none of it matters. A lot
What
of
do
it's
you
just
mean?
like.
How hard is it to upload it to the internet?
Well, that's their thing is like it's games that like appeared in magazines where it's like the
Oh.
California Raisins game coming soon to the NES, and then it never came out. And they're like, oh my god, we have to get a complete ROM dump.
Yeah,
of
okay.
The Garfield for Sega Genesis that only appeared on the Sega Channel for 1 week in
sounds
September
kinda
of
fun.
1994. It's
I don't
something
know.
to
That
waste.
sounds better
okay.
than just buying stuff
I'll
and
put it
hoarding
this way. It's something fun to do. Like, hey, we found this Garfield game that went away, but they talk about it like, oh my god, guys, if we never find a copy of this Garfield game, it's like it'll just be lost to time. You're like, do you know how much shit is lost to time? It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. So it's not going to make the world better because you found some pinball game out of the CES fucking guidebook from 1985.
Garfield's a big Trump guy, I heard.
He is. Him and Mario, they're hanging out.
Yeah.
Okay, so they've been doing this podcast. This is what, episode 361. They've been doing this for like a decade. They've been doing this podcast off and on. They, come back.
I
Actually,
have more episodes than that.
this was the one where they had to stop, or they had to change it up because their moderator, Alex Jaffe, he's the guy I explained is a Jewish kid who wears a yarmulke all the time. And Brandon Sheffield went,
What?
Brandon Sheffield said, hey, guy who hosts our podcast, who wears a yarmulke all the time and is a devout Jew who goes to temple and, is kind of the ultra Jew. How do you feel about Palestine versus Israel? And he's like,
Yeah.
I'm kind of like a fan of Israel.
Okay.
And Brandon said, you're banned from the podcast forever. And he was like,
That's real
well,
chutzpah.
he's like, I can't believe he would side against Palestine. I'm like, he wears a yarmulke everywhere. What do you
all of a
mean?
sudden they can't lie? Okay.
He's too honest to lie. He's like a
I'm
harmless.
telling the truth for the first time, possibly.
Anyway, that was the
Did he
first.
get quantum leaped into by Nick Fuentes?
He's too harmless to lie. He's like he's one of these like.
Yeah, that's what they want you to think.
Well, okay.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
this is why I'm not
That's what
allowed on the
Palestine
podcast. By the way,
thought.
this is the kind of
We're
time.
harmless. We just want to coexist with you.
All right, so this was one of the controversies. Somehow they made up. Alex Jaffe paid penance, and
Palestine?
he said Gaza has every right
They made
to
up
exist.
with the Jewish guy?
Yeah. Well, he had
Okay.
to. He had to say. I was wrong to say Israel is the right
What are we
way.
doing?
or
Who are these
whatever else.
podcasts over here? What's happening?
It's a little bit. Who are these podcasts?
Yeah,
right
what's
now?
what's their problem? What's the problem?
The problem is that Tim had decided to leave the podcast. Okay, sometimes podcasts end. Right? You've dealt with this.
Yeah,
okay?
several times.
Several times.
Why are you being so anti-Semitic? People are texting me.
Wait, no, they're not.
A
Are they?
reverend, a real legit reverend, just texted me.
I
asked why
love
you being
the
so anti-
Jewish people. We all know this. Okay.
I don't know. You've been saying the word Jew an awful lot today.
Yeah, because I'm a fan of the Jews. I love the Jews. I've watched those movies about how hard it was for those people, and I learned a lot.
Which movie?
I don't know. Schindler's List. Fucking
Rudy?
Yeah, I watched Rudy. All right. Anyway, Tim.
What do you think had it harder, Jewish people or black people?
You know what? It's for those people to decide how much they
Nah,
suffered.
it's not though. Who do you think had it harder? Is Trump more of a racist or is he more of an anti-Semite? What do you think? Is he more Hitler or is he
I
more
think he's
racist?
definitely more racist.
Oh, so black people you think had it harder?
You don't think Trump? No. So my good friend Tim has decided to leave his podcast. That's it.
And this is a reciprocal friendship, you're saying?
What do you mean? Like me and him?
Yeah.
Yeah, we hung out when he was in LA. We had a great time.
Okay.
Helped him film some videos and whatever else.
Okay.
So this should be he said he wants to focus more on Twitch, whatever else. There's a little argument where they're like, oh, you're leaving the show kind of abruptly. And he's like, yeah, well, I just don't want to do it anymore. So they do an episode right after he leaves. This is episode 361, and this is how they choose to handle Tim leaving the podcast.
We're listening to the whole show?
No, we're just going to listen to the opening of the show.
So before we really get into the show, we need to address something, which is the fact that
Lamile
Tim
in the
has
room.
left the show.
This is the voice of Brandon Sheffield, who definitely hates me the most out of these guys.
Frank, you had some stuff you
I'm
wanted
sorry,
to
wait,
say
can you
about-
pause it?
Yeah.
I get it now.
I can hear it in his voice.
No. So this is a vendetta. This is a classic Italian vendetta you have against this guy.
This
And
was
now he's hurt Tim Rogers in some way, or he's
well,
about to.
This is one of those things where, for the
Sure,
longest
sure.
time, I got buddies and they go, Brandon's not that bad.
I know what it is.
And I go, no, he's a bad guy. And they go, no, he's not that bad. And I go, no, he's definitely a bad guy. But yeah, here we go.
about it?
Yeah. It was earlier this week as we were
This is
recording
Frank
this,
Cifaldi.
Tim really suddenly quit the show for the second time without talking to us about it first, which is fine. He had his reasons, but what's bothering me is that he did this in a really unprofessional way.
Oh, no.
He insulted the popularity of the show, the quality of its guests, and our intelligence. He also said things that I would call verbally abusive toward one of us, which I'm just not okay with. And, the whole thing is really disturbing to me, and I'm just not interested in working with this person or having him on the show again, even as a guest, if he wanted to be, and I kind of wanted to get ahead of that.
God, you fucking...
We talked a couple episodes about how important it was for people like us in a space like this to be authentic as a way of sort of encouraging more good in the world, I guess. And I guess that's why I felt the need to talk about this. I want everyone hearing this
This
to
is
know
important. This
that
is important.
It's not okay to be treated like that.
It's not okay to be treated like this. You
I've
need to know
been
this at
in
home.
Toxic, abusive situations like that in the past in my personal and professional lives. And it wasn't something that I really crawled out of until I talked to someone about it and they were able to validate that it was wrong and weird. And, I'm not really sure what else to say other than if you find yourself on the
worst
receiving
part.
end of something like that and you can, please talk to someone. I also want to ask that you
Please talk to someone about if you've ever found yourself in a abusive situation where a guy who has helped you make thousands of dollars decides to leave your podcast and on the way out maybe says, hey, this show kind of sucks. It's what it sounds like happened. They're saying he insulted the show and the quality of the show and the guests. And it's like, yeah, you guys, the show kind of sucks sometimes. What do you want? And they're saying this is an abusive individual who has delivered abuse onto them. If you are dealing with abuse, you should reach out and get help.
Was that a trans lady?
No, that is Frank
That guy?
Cifaldi is a soft-spoken individual. Look, Frank does good video game work.
That's a generous way to put it.
I want to like Frank, but shit like this is the reason. Look, I used to hang out.
Hello, members of Congress. I think we
Yeah.
should be allowed to say the F slur again. Exhibit A. Click.
Here's the thing about nerds: is like they're interesting guys who do interesting stuff.
Those are not nerds. They don't know jack shit, but how to take more cocks up their ass. Those are fucking losers. Nerds actually know shit. Build you a bridge, put something into space.
Well, I will
Talk
say
like
Tim
an
was the best
F-slur?
part of that show by
Wrong.
far. Tim,
Not a nerd.
Tim made that podcast listenable.
Appropriating culture is what those guys are doing.
My problem, Dick,
games. Oh, you're video games.
Well,
Me too.
that show is now about to turn into two guys talking in whispers about the turbo graphics, which is going to be insufferable. I don't know who's
My
going to...
turbo graphics
when
got
I
a clue
first
all
got-
over it. I've got a raging 16-bit overclocked turbo
When my mom
processor
first got
over
me
here.
the Turbo Graphics and a dress to wear for playtime, I knew that I was
My
in a
mom
safe
called me a
space.
filthy little beast every time when I would pull the controller out of the Turbo Graphics and the little silver thing would stay in the Turbo Graphics. And I'd have to pull it out and stick it back in the controller. She'd say, "You filthy little beast! You pulled on it too hard again."
You're listening to the Insert Credit Podcast.
It is like...
I remember my first encounter with abuse. I was reading Wikipedia on my phone. I was editing Wikipedia on my phone, and
Well,
the
this
gentleman
is
behind me
this has
abusively
been...
honked on his horn.
Yeah, this
Because I
is
missed
a
a green
problem
light.
I'm calling abusing abuse. It's the idea
Oh,
that
very clever.
one of the biggest...
Yes.
For
I
some
didn't give you
reason,
consent to be that clever.
at some point, I've learned that, like, and I used to be a liberal, and I know how to play this game. It's like at certain points, they find little magic words they can use, right?
Yes.
Little magic words that they always talk about dog whistles, right? Like, little words that have like secret powers or whatever, Like if you say 88, you're saying some Nazi stuff, right? Yeah, 1488. Well, now just 88 they're mad about.
They're mad at 88?
They're mad
like
at 88.
Back to the Future?
Yes, exactly. It's very bizarre. One of their magic words that they've found.
You feel like you've avenged your friend enough now, or you want to make fun of those guys more?
I mean, if I wanted to make fun of those guys, it would take a whole show.
We got to do.
They did
Carl
me
heard
dirty.
about these guys?
They did me dirty. I at one point wanted to send this to Carl and be like, "Hey, you got to check out the Insert Credit podcast." But that was when Tim was still on it. I'm like, no, as long as Tim's on a thing, I won't touch it. But now Tim's gone, so if anybody wants to check out again a bunch of soft-spoken San Francisco boys talking about
Ask the guests if they record with dildos up their ass in the studio.
do whatever you
or
want,
if they take
at
them
this
out
point.
before they start recording.
All I can say is that this is, again, when I
These
lived,
guys bought one of those skibbity toilets at Walmart and they sit on it.
sure, they have the skibbity toilet up their butt.
So it'll pop up.
I understood.
They play
where
a
you're
game
going.
where they talk until they get so you can get closest above a certain volume.
When I lived in the Bay Area, okay, I encountered a lot of these guys.
Oh, you don't say.
And a lot of them went crazy.
Castro Street was named after
You guys
them.
made
Did you
them
know
crazy
that?
with Trump, though. Trump really made a lot of these guys go absolutely nuts.
They don't even know what's coming.
I think these guys I don't know what will happen if Trump gets elected for some of these guys. But I will say that, again.
Acting gay? Crime. It will be illegal to be gay.
Okay, well, now
But
we
this,
are an alt-right
crime.
podcast. Stop with this. It is not illegal to be gay, and we love the gays. Jesus Christ.
I'm not saying they're gay. Gays are fine. But if you talk like this and someone's like, "Are you gay?" and you go, "No," straight to prison.
You have to be gay to talk like this?
Yeah.
Okay, that might have.
or
That
else
might
you're
be
doing gay
validity there.
face. You're doing gay
Sure.
blackface.
All I'm saying is that when these guys when leftists want to remove someone from their circle or whatever,
Yeah.
they find little like coded terms to hit them with.
abusive.
And abusive is, I've seen a couple different guys follow this, where like it'll either be like an old lover or something, or again just a group. This like
A
that,
woman?
Yeah, okay, yeah. It used to be like, oh my god, well, what did he do? It was just a toxic, abusive relationship. It's like, oh my god, did he rape you? Did he hit you? No, but like one time, remember that lady who tried to bury Aziz Ansari because she went on a date with him, and she's like, he poured me a glass of red without asking if I wanted red or white. And you're like, what the fuck is going on? Is this what you people think abuse is? Okay? Tim gets in the
insane.
chat and he goes, hey, I'm quitting the podcast because this show sucks.
yeah,
and they go,
well,
just if
that's
you have an
the kind of
abusive
abusive
person like that in
behavior.
your life,
Today's episode is
no,
brought
you
to you
can
by
call
therapy.
someone. Self-help
you-
is available for you.
Make sure you talk to a woman today.
I do feel validated because every time I have talked to any of these guys and they go, yeah, I'll be seeing Brandon and the guys in the Bay Area. I go, oh, those guys
What's
are
that
scumbags.
big bear you bring around?
And they're
he
like,
never fucks any of us. He's such a cock tease. I
Do you
just
remember,
wanted to
do you
tell
remember
me
when,
about
do you remember when
Star Wars
Coffin
and
was on the
fuck
show
me.
and I started talking about a guy he was going to go see? And he went, oh, no, don't talk
That
about
pizza guy?
Yeah, the pizza guy. And remember he was
Yeah.
going, oh, don't talk about him. He's still my friend or whatever. I was talking about this fucking guy.
Wow.
And I was like,
When he makes him pizzas, he makes them in a hot dog shape. And he really gobbles them up. Where'd all the sausage go? The pizzas are done. Where'd all the sausages go? Ooh, insert credit, insert cock. That's what those guys are.
look, Insert
But
Credit.
they're straight.
Insert Credit was a very cool website. It was a very cool forum. I used to have articles published on here before I was banned forever.
What articles did you have published on
about
there?
video game stuff, talking about going to E3 and whatever else. You can find some of my old articles up on there. And it used to be this cool punk rock thing. And again, Tim Rogers was one of the guys who helped make, video games cool and whatever else.
Yeah.
And then it slowly has devolved into a bunch of guys whining about the abuse they've suffered from a guy quitting their podcast.
Therapy
like-
isn't going to help you, man. you're crying about getting yelled at by a man.
How I don't think people were this soft. I think in a previous period of time before Trump, when I knew these guys, I can't imagine them getting on a podcast and going, I've just suffered horrible abuse at the hands of Tim Rogers, who weighs like 110 pounds, soaking wet, and is like in a fucking horn-rimmed glasses.
You can't really abuse a man.
Games.
Like
Tim Rogers couldn't abuse a cat. He can. All right, that's my lane.
What?
But he's Tim can say like biting, sarcastic shit, but it's Tim. Get over it. It's like a bunch of guys who. We've gotten into the area of like, you know how
just pretend it's a big dick.
Okay,
get over it.
Us talking shit back
and then keep going, right? Because they're gonna fuck themselves up the ass.
See, now I'm worried is like, okay, so we're in a space where like we can talk shit to each other because it's funny and we're busting balls.
Us?
Yeah.
We are not in that. You have proven recently that we
are
not
absolutely
in that space.
busting balls, 100%.
You are closer to these guys than you are to me.
No. We bust balls 100%.
You know when people say, "Oh, we're as far as 1985 as 1985 was away from 1955 in Back to the Future."
Yeah,
that you are like 1985.
There's so much ball busting that goes on this show and in the comments and related to this show. Okay. All right. At no point has it ever been, oh my God, it's abuse. Oh my God.
The subject of boundaries got brought up.
I think I have a very reasonable boundary, and we discussed it.
Yeah, no, we did not discuss it off the air.
Oh yeah, we don't discuss things off the air.
That's the kind of thing they talk about in therapy.
I think I'm totally okay with flinging shit. There's a lot of shit flinging that goes on. Okay.
Okay.
I have never said, "Oh my God, the abuse is just."
I'm being abused.
I'm being abused.
What's Tim Rogers gonna do? Is he going to be okay?
He's going to stream on Twitch, and now these two guys have said, he'll never be allowed back on as a guest. He's basically being erased from. This is the other thing the left does: is they erase a guy from history.
Annie, I don't want to see him ever again as a guest on
There's
the show.
like, they do this thing, you know what they're thinking? Because they did this to me, which was erasing me from like the site and erasing any posts I'd ever made.
Oh.
And it used to be at the end of every episode, there was like a little stupid sting I made. And I think they even went into old episodes and deleted the stupid little musical sting from old episodes.
Have you not brought this up
and now,
before?
because I didn't want to fight with these guys, because I'm like, you know what?
Well, I hope you want to be fighting with them now.
Well, I'll fight with them now because they fucked over Tim. All right? Because I was like, look, I'm loyal to Tim. As long as Tim's doing the show with these guys, I'm not going to cause trouble. Okay?
Yeah.
But now they're talking about Tim has like a little fucking musical sting. It's just him like jamming on his guitar, and they're going, "Oh, we have to take that out of the show."
That's
and,
abusive. It's reminding me of when
I was told in confidence that at one
raped.
point they were recording an episode, and Tim went, "Well, one time I was playing Minecraft with my buddy Vito." And Brandon stopped the podcast and went, "Oh, excuse me, editor, can you stop right there? Can we back it up 20 seconds? We can't mention him on this show. He's a known alt-right personality, so we need to delete that."
And I'm gonna need the bigger butt plug. This one's no longer.
Dude,
doing
it's nutty. But again, these are the kind of guys who I just.
How do they talk? Let's see.
What if the bad guy was actually your friend or whatever? I don't know. It's like he's always trying to subvert it in ways that are
It's
like
if Zoe Deschanel was a man.
I have not experienced his other work, but let me throw out a game suggestion here.
Okay.
Deadly Premonition.
Ooh. Yeah.
Like there's.
okay.
WATP, you may enjoy this podcast.
The Blood Sprinkler Club. Yeah.
And
okay. Wow.
It's a bunch of guys who are going to tell you why the FM Town Smarty is the best
don't
video game
otherwise
console
vote have
ever.
been
You know?
mobilized. If you want to participate in that, check out environmentalvoterproject.org.
Hey, they got fucking hoodwinked too.
That's Alex Jaffe. That's the Jewish guy who won't talk to me anymore.
You say Jewish every time you say his name.
If you looked at this guy, you would know why.
I'm sure I wouldn't.
He's you'll see if no, the one on the right there, yeah.
I wouldn't have guessed.
You gotta. He does.
He's wearing a yarmulke under his hat. You're saying?
Is that still him? He's usually. I mean, he might have finally because he moved to New York to work for DC Comics. He's also the reason I'll never get a job at DC Comics. I'm sure.
That and that you
can't make
2
a comic.
years. Yeah,
well,
probably that.
Because I was, me and him were gonna make a Booster Gold comic, and now he won't talk to me anymore. Because I said, what do you call it? I think he got mad at me because I said the guy who made Rick and Morty is not a rapist.
Okay.
And it's like, well, but his wife said that his girlfriend said he hit him. I'm like, yeah, women lie a lot.
Yeah.
They'll definitely
cares,
exaggerate
though? Even
shit.
if it's true, who
And
cares?
even if it happened, it doesn't matter. What,
Yeah.
they got in a fight?
Just want Rick and Morty.
Popped her once? Yeah, I just want more Rick and Morty made by guys.
Well,
Anyway, it's been interesting watching this this former circle. There's a picture of all of us together. I got to find that picture. The better times before everybody went nuts because of Trump and started claiming to be victims of abuse.
They were nuts the whole time already, my
There
friend.
you go.
Trump just showed us the way.
They've gotten way nuttier.
Here's my problem.
Yeah.
It's women talking like.
Can you play a UFO sound effect, please? Because I don't understand if. Well, now it's not. Oh, there it is.
The button got stuck and the GIF got stuck.
Interesting.
Isn't that weird?
That's
my problem is women that talk like babies. Here's
where is this happening?
just Earth. And as soon as we land on Mars, as soon as we stick a bitch up there, it's gonna be happening on Mars.
Women talking like babies.
Yeah, what do you think about that? You ever heard that before?
No.
Women talking like babies. Let me try to find the clip that I have. Here we go. By the way, see, not a baby. Look at, oh my God, look at this smoking hot girl.
Yeah,
doing
she Merlogic it up.
And I saw she was following me. I was like, fuck! I just had my 40 birthday. Where I need to do.
Oh yeah, happy birthday!
Thanks. Here we go. You ready for this?
No, but let's do it.
This is a woman crying, recording herself crying
because of Trump.
Yeah, you put her best foot. I don't know what she's crying about.
Are all these women going to fight over being the next lady wearing a Dayglow jacket when Trump wins? That should be a contest.
It should.
Who's going to be the new liberal thumbnail girl
America's
for the next
top
8 years?
Taking their tops off. You lose points for taking your tops off because they can't play that on Twitter, bitch. Hosted by
dye your hair, stand outside
Chappelle.
a polling booth, and just go, God! You'll be in every YouTube video thumbnail for the next 8 years.
Yeah, put Golden Palace on your head or something. All right, here you go.
I hate you, you fucking orange pumpkin. You just costed me one of the most important people.
There it was. Hold on.
Wait, cost her what? What did he cost
she didn't
her?
say cost. Listen closely.
Okay.
I hate you, you fucking orange pumpkin. You just costed me.
Costed me.
You just costed me.
You just costed me.
That's how an adult woman would talk, right?
Yeah.
What's she talking about?
Who cares?
Oh, I'd like a little bit of context. What does it say in the box?
Just more nonsense. It's just a wall of nonsense.
Yeah, well, that's every
horse
woman.
shit.
It's fun to find out what set them off this week.
No, it's not. It's never fun.
Let me just full.
No,
I just
no,
want a
no,
full
no,
screen
no,
so I
no,
can
no.
read the caption.
It's just that's what she said. You just costed me. You disgust me, you orange pumpkin turd.
You just costed me my
One
dad.
of the most important people in my life. My dad.
My nad.
We took away her nad.
My nad.
Yeah.
Donald Trump, I hate you. You will never be
man.
president again.
Are we sure she doesn't have a speech impediment?
She's retarded, actually.
Kind of sounds like she is, though.
Yeah, I knew because of her pussy. Right away. It's an epidemic. One out of one women talk like this.
One in one women.
One out of one American women.
Well-
when the Japanese women do it, it's not so annoying. And I don't know why that is.
Because it's because they have a smile when they do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're usually dancing,
Dancing.
wearing a fun outfit.
I found a list of reasons why women talk in this way that everyone despises.
Yeah.
Everyone. Not one person has ever heard a woman conjugate things wrong. You know? Costed me. You did.
Well, she's in an emotional state, you know. Of
It's like in your
course,
mind if you act like a retarded person and then you speak normally.
See, I was gonna say, does this sound like talking like a baby? This sounds like talking like a retarded person.
You don't get to talk to many women. I don't think. You don't get it.
I've talked to women, but I'm saying like
No.
I know women do baby talk. I'm just saying this is not the best example of it.
Okay, what's a good example then?
You know,
what do you think? She's retarded talking?
Yeah, kind of. It sounds like it.
What sense does that make?
It sounds like her brain's fried because Donald Trump took her gnat away.
Donald Trump took it away. This is why they get away with it. This is why they get away with it.
I'm worried she's a retarded lady. I don't know.
You're intrigued by it. You want to know more.
Now
I just fucking realized that it works.
I want to know more what this little babbling retard baby has to say about Donald Trump.
It works. That's why they do it. Because it works.
Yeah.
God fucking damn it.
Well, it's, you know, when people have a unique way of talking.
Kill them.
You know, it's like when a retarded guy, it's like when a deaf guy tries to say stuff. You want to hear it because you're like, what's he got a weird, I want water.
Yeah. This is a woman, though.
Yeah.
Nothing interesting's ever going to come out of that mouth.
Oh, nothing interesting comes out of a normal retarded person's mouth, to be fair.
No.
Mm.
I
suck cocks. There it is.
You are simping for women.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, you are. You're captivated by that retarded little girl talk.
I want to know if a retarded person shows up and just going, die,
she's not doing that, though. You know that.
I'm like, wait.
She's talking like a baby.
Figure out what that means exactly. I come to do things I can't find.
I can't believe this.
What?
I've never seen anyone react to it like
not
that.
In the jar no more, mister. What's not in the jar? Go on, Timmy. Go on, Betty.
When they do that in real life, are you lenient?
Yeah,
Are you more
yeah.
interested in it?
When I go, what'd you do today? I'll do
That's not what
thing.
they're doing. They're talking like a baby.
I'll office building.
Yeah.
Graduate what? Graduate school.
I get it now. It's like women having OnlyFans.
Oh, you got
in
your
real
nursing
life.
license? I'm gonna make to the nurse go. I like that women are stupid, though. It's really fun.
Yeah.
It's fun that women are stupid because
they're stupid without sounding like that.
Yeah,
that's not funny.
But it's like
or interesting. It's annoying. It's like grating. It's like just nails on a chalkboard through concrete.
It's like
nails on grated concrete.
You know, people always tell stories about like stupid things their kids did. You know?
Yeah.
I just have endless stories of stupid things my ex-girlfriend did, and they bring me great joy.
Did she talk like that?
I can't.
From
Probably.
you, though, not from them.
I'm saying I don't want women to be intelligent because I don't get to tell stories.
They're
not. Well, great.
They
good.
don't need to signal it by talking like a fucking baby.
Like when we go to Target, it's got look at a magnet, and I'm like, magnet.
They're not talking like a retarded
like,
person.
That's not a magnet, you fucking retard. Ow. My bad.
No. That's not how it works.
The time we're at
That's how a dog
We're
would
at the
talk.
gas station, and my girlfriend swiped her credit card, and it's like, do you accept the charges, yes or no? And she pressed no confidently and just stood there like, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm like, you gotta press yes.
Uh-huh.
And she went, oh, I'll do again. And then she swiped it
Did she
again.
talk like a baby?
Sometimes, I think so, yeah.
I think you are the cause of this. I have never met anybody who likes it when women talk like this except until now. Unless they've all been lying.
It's kind of endearing, you know? It's like, take care of them. It's like being a social worker, you know? Can you make the pasta I like? Yeah, I can make
That's
that
not
pasta
how it
you
sounds,
like.
though.
Okay. She kind of would tie. She couldn't cook for shit.
She talked like a retarded
So
person or
she's
like
like,
a baby?
You make pasta.
Was this the trans girl?
I'll make you pasta.
Or a regular
This
girl?
is a regular.
A shitty girl.
Regular. Oh, my God. Cisgender, I believe, is the term you're looking for, bigot.
No, I'm looking for worse.
Worse woman.
Fatter. Was this a fat woman or a trans woman?
Well, it was a fat line.
Fat woman.
Yeah.
Okay, so you like the baby talk.
I think it's like having a retarded toddler around. You know, it's funny.
It's like the guys who are going after fat girls too. Every time they get all they have to do is say nothing. They're like, yeah, I'd fuck that.
You know that video where they're going like, what is it? 6 foot tall in a miniskirt. 6 foot tall in a
You
miniskirt.
like that?
Yeah, I'm like, look at these fucking retards. It's
And you
cute.
like it?
Yeah, it's cute. They're stupid. They're like little pets.
No.
We're put them in these little cubicles. We're like, yeah, you get to go to work now, you know? Or like treat it. We basically just set up daycares for women.
You're justifying it.
It is funny.
No, it's not. It's not funny at all.
They think they're all.
It's a
they
waking
think they're all
nightmare.
empowered, and then they call you up crying because of something you said like a month ago that you don't even remember.
And you
You're
like that.
I mean, it keeps life a little bit exciting.
No.
Where I go, what did I do? You were so mean to me.
You forgot to do the retarded voice.
Yeah, well, it's a different. I'm gonna call you fat. I got an argument with my ex-girlfriend.
I knew something was
recently.
wrong when I played that video and you weren't visibly disgusted. At the, you caughted me, my
It's kind
dad.
of fun. It's fun.
Because you like it. God damn it. And you're liberal too, and she's liberal.
Me, my dad. Well, it gives you a sense of like, you go, okay, well, there is.
Gives you a sense.
There's balance in the universe where you go, now I know why men run everything. You know, like that's the reason.
Oh, you need them to be retarded.
Yeah, well, it reinforces. It's like if they were all talking like intelligently all the time, you'd be like, oh my God, maybe there really is a glass ceiling. But then you see that and you go, oh no, it all makes sense. Like they should earn less on the dollar. Like, of course. Look at them. They're basically like, they're
I mean,
barely
that's what you're saying is not what is real, but what you're saying also explains a lot. Okay.
Women acting stupidly is fun for me. I don't know.
And baby talking like a fucking little baby?
I mean, I don't know. I think it's funny. If they're doing it to be cute, no. But if they're doing it because they're having an emotional breakdown about a
They're
presidential
always doing
candidate,
it to be cute. There is no such thing as an emotional breakdown.
I mean, she did record.
It's all a
she did-
giant
she did
lie.
record it
They
and
don't
post
feel
it.
anything.
Yeah.
Never.
Well,
They speak everything out loud. They have no internal voice at all. They have to say it so they hear it, so they can reprocess it over and over and over.
I'd say
You still think it's cute?
Yeah, it's kind of fun. It's
I'm gonna fucking kill myself. I've never heard anything like this before.
well, I've been around a lot of retards in my life, so maybe I just their sing-song voices.
Retarded people are fine. You're talking about women.
Yeah.
Talking for attention like this.
I don't know if they're doing it. You think it's? For
I don't think that
attention.
they're doing it for attention either. I think they're doing it because they think it's funny.
I think they're just retarded.
I used to think that they were all raped at that age, that they're or molested, whatever at the age.
They're
that they're all,
regressing to the age that they.
But
got
I don't
their
think that
first black
anymore.
eye, the first time they got panda eyes.
because I think that happened to one woman. They all saw that and like, oh, that's cool, that's funny. That would be funny if I was doing it. Like, I hate that you're doing
You
it.
bring up a good point.
but
Is it a
if I'm
modern?
doing it, it'd be funny.
Is it a modern phenomenon? If you go back to the 1910s, was there a girl going?
Anne Frank was doing, or
Helen Keller.
Helen Keller. Anne Frank's probably doing it too.
Maybe they all saw that Helen Keller play and they're like, I want to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's famous. I want to be like her.
When Anne Frank was in the attic, was she like, Ed Hitler is like the worst guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were making a lot of noise.
That's what was the problem.
Can you imagine how annoying
She made
that
too
would
much
be?
baby talk, and
You're
the
the dad
fucking
there?
Nazis found. He's like, shut the fuck up.
Can you guys shut up? Are you serious? I am not going to the fucking concentration camp. Their pool sucks.
And if we go to the concentration camp, I'm going to publish your fucking diary to punish you for making so much noise, and everybody's going to read it. And then he did it.
There's no way they were talking this retarded all throughout history.
I don't know. I'd like to know. I think we got to talk to an old guy and be like, that famous
all dead.
photo after World War II, after that sailor kissed that nurse. She went,
Yeah.
I love Gildan, hit the war over.
So it's a mating strategy for guys like you, though. You like it.
So yeah, we seek out the retarded chicks. And
I fucking hate that shit. Wasn't it great when that woman came out and said like that guy didn't even ask her to kiss her, and everyone had a meltdown?
That was
It's like,
pretty
oh, man,
funny.
that makes it even funnier.
That is, it is pretty funny that famous photo. It's like, yeah, he just kind of grabbed me on the street and did whatever he wanted with me, and you're like, the 40s. What a time.
Oops, sorry.
What a time.
Oops. I gotta take that one back.
No,
I gotta take it back.
Reversed it.
Baby talk.
Baby talking.
I guess I will probably get voted down.
But
You got an audience of
everybody likes
sickos.
Look Who's Talking. We love those babies
That's a
talking.
baby talking like that.
So if an actual baby talks, okay.
Fine.
But a woman talks like a baby,
Discouraged still. Corrected still.
All
But
right.
an adult woman does it, and
fine.
guys like you are lining up to applaud it.
Dick, my
Be
problem.
validated as men
I'm not
by that.
validating it. Dick, I've got a scenario for you. I got a couple scenarios for you. Let's say you're on a website. You know, you're just trying to enjoy a website.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden there's a pop-up that has a bunch of stuff, you know, and it's like, click this button if you want to keep reading the website. And you're like, oh, well, I do want to keep reading the website.
Yeah.
And then there's also a little checkbox that says, oh, and, you know, do you want our newsletter?
Mm-hmm.
And the box is already checked. So you hit like, yeah, I do want to keep reading the website. Oh, shit, wait, what did I just agree to?
Oh, okay.
You got hit.
Yeah.
You're installing a program on your computer. It goes, you just want to install the program? And you're like, yeah. And it goes, okay, well, here's, what you want. It's like,
Yeah.
comes with, the standard package, the graphics library, Bonzi Buddy, and the README. And you hit 4 and you go, oh, fuck! Why was that clicked?
Bonsai Buddy, that's a blast from the past.
Well, that was one of the first hits.
Toolbars? Is that your problem?
No, my problem is the pre-checked box.
No. How often does that happen?
All the time. What are you talking about? Anytime you do anything on the internet, there's a little box that says, like, yes, I do want men to come to my house and forcibly
Except for the remember me box.
sodomize me until I get panda eyes.
Yeah, okay.
And then you read it last second, you go, fuck, why'd I click accept already?
Yeah.
I'll be checking out on a website, I'm buying a thing, and then I go, why is the total higher than it was
you gotta
before?
uncheck the box. What are
Why
you
should I have
talking
to
about?
uncheck the box? The box should already be unchecked. It should default to no. I should have to opt into this bullshit.
Yeah, okay, make it illegal then. Go after
Well, it's interesting that you bring that up, Dick, because in other countries, the European Union has passed the General Data Protection Regulation, which requires companies to ask explicit consent before acquiring user data. And under that, pre-ticked boxes are not valid forms of consent.
That fucking GDPR is why we have to accept cookies on every site you ever land on. That piece of shit is responsible for wasting like 1 trillion hours of everyone's time.
If only they hadn't have put those pre-checked boxes in there and
everyone
forced
was
the
fine.
hands of
Everyone was fine
legislators.
except for you. You and like 10 other guys
If
that like women
only-
talking like
if
babies. We had a problem with
the
that.
evil companies trying to take our data and force us to sign up for newsletters we don't want. They forced the hands of heavy-handed regulators.
That is so stupid.
And now this is where we've ended up. You're right, Dick. I'm as upset as you.
No,
Why did they pre-check those boxes? They could have left them unchecked.
Oh my
When
God.
I'm going through checkout and I go, wait a minute, what is this? I paid an extra $4.99 for package helpful service. What the fuck does that mean? To make sure it gets to my door? Isn't that the job of the post office
What are
to
you
begin
talking about?
with?
What's package helpful service?
Where it's like, I forget what they call it. They call it.
They don't call it anything. Everyone just shops at
package
Amazon.
protection. Package
What is that?
protection. It's like a $2 add-on service where they go, well, do you want package protection?
Where?
A lot of different vendors have it now.
What's a vendor?
Like
What are you
different
ordering?
websites.
Tires? No. What are you getting? What are you getting that has that package protection service?
Different tchotchkes and garbage. I don't fucking know, man. I've seen it on a bunch of websites. I don't buy everything through Amazon.
How much online shopping do you do?
Not that much. I don't fucking know.
Really?
Well, I did buy a bunch of monitors and shit this week, but
Okay, what'd you buy this week? What was the big ticket item?
A computer monitor. What?
For what? What reason?
For the comic book.
You had to buy a new monitor?
Yeah.
Why?
To make sure the colors are accurate.
You had to get a special expensive monitor to make sure you're.
It's not really more expensive than a regular monitor. It's
Yeah.
just a color accurate pro monitor because we are finishing the coloring stage, and I want to make sure the colors are accurate.
Did we buy the
without
monitor or
having
did
to-
you?
Well, you, the backers of Superkiller, paid for it. Congratulations on acquiring yet another piece.
How much
of,
was that? How much was the
It's
monitor?
$200.
It's $200. Okay,
Yeah, it's not
So you had to buy a color calibrated monitor.
Well, I had to buy the color calibrated monitor, and then I had to buy a separate color calibrator to make sure the color calibrated monitor was correctly calibrated.
Did you buy more than 5 things online this week?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Did you buy more than 10 things online?
But I
this
bought
week?
like duct tape, because I need duct tape on Amazon.
For what? What'd you need it for?
I needed to tape up a tarp.
A tarp on what? Bathroom door?
For my garage.
So you got a monitor and a color calibration tool.
Yes.
What's that?
And tape. Color calibration tool is a little camera that checks the colors of your monitor to make sure they're accurate.
So you bought a special monitor that has accurate colors.
Yes.
And then you got a color calibrator.
I thought the monitor might be off, and it was off a little bit. So
how much does a color calibrator run?
It's like as much as the monitor. So the monitor.
What is it called? I got to look it up. I can't. The way you're saying it makes me think that's not true.
The Spider Pro.
Spider
Spider with a Y.
Okay. Spider Pro.
Color calibrator.
Color calibrator.
Yeah.
Okay. So you bought $250.
I didn't buy that one. I bought the one next.
You
to
bought
it.
this one?
Yeah.
Oh, $120. Okay, so you're calibrating your monitor.
I'm calibrating the colors because they look different. You don't want to print it out and it looks different. It's like what photographers get to make sure the colors.
Does Ethan Van Sciver have one of these?
I don't know. It'd be interesting to know. Actually, I don't know how he. I've never talked. I was actually surprised that I've never heard anyone talk about color calibration.
So what did you find? Was it the right color?
No. Oh, I'm sorry. That wasn't actually the biggest ticket item. I bought 2 monitors this week. What?
What was the big why? Why 2 monitors?
Because the other one, I had a pen display that they no longer update.
What's a pen display?
Graphic tablet to draw on.
A drawing tablet.
But it's also a computer monitor. I use it as a computer monitor that
a drawing tablet.
Yeah.
What are you drawing?
I use it for our show. I use it to make the thumbnails. I use it for
It's a thumbnail tablet.
I use it for any graphic design purposes.
Okay. How much was that? It's
That-
like a touch screen.
Yeah, that was
you
like
draw on it, like Vanilla Sky or whatever. Minority Report, like
sure, like Minority Report.
And then you're drawing like signing stuff, like send that document.
The
to
one
legal.
I had because of some Windows updates and some Photoshop updates no longer works accurately.
Okay.
So it was like $500.
You're down $1,000.
At least I didn't get
already.
At least I didn't get the top of the line. Well, I finally got my Vito loses money, so at least that can go towards it.
Oh, you got that?
I did finally. We finally figured out what the hell.
You finally figured it out. Okay.
Dude, they kept giving me the wrong information. I couldn't get it out of there.
They did not give you the wrong.
And then they said, "Oh, you don't have enough credits on bidingle.joomla, so you can't withdraw."
Matic. Yeah, Matic.
I didn't have any Matic.
Okay, so did you get package protection for this shit? Is that what you're saying?
No, I got that on Amazon.
Oh, okay. What'd you get? Package?
You were
What's the last
asking
thing you
me-
got package protection for?
Whenever I try to buy from that limited run games, they try to tack it.
Yeah,
because
because it's like hearing a drug addict talk about all the heroin they're doing. It's funny.
This is valid stuff I'm buying. It's a fucking pen display. It's for doing. I use it for the show. All the
The color
thumbnails.
calibrator was valid?
The color calibrator is definitely valid.
Well, now what are you going to do with the color calibrator?
I might send it back now that I've calibrated the monitor.
So
I
you
don't know if I
calibrated
need
the
it
monitor.
anymore.
Okay.
Yes.
Now what do you do? You coloring it?
I look at the colors and I make sure I agree with the colors. Like I send notes to the colorist and I go,
And then you're like, this isn't.
yeah, I go,
This isn't the right color.
I go, well, that's a little. Can you get it closer to magenta? You know,
Oh, okay.
right now it's a little too red.
The artist doesn't have that.
What? The color
The right
calibrator?
yeah.
No, they do, but I'm saying I want to make sure the colors I'm seeing are the same colors they're seeing.
Okay.
So I can send them notes and say, hey, I don't like the color of this. Can you change it?
Does Butch Killigan have that? Does he have a color
No, because
calibrator?
he's a black and white comic book, so he probably doesn't need
He
one.
draws a cover though.
I don't know if he has a color calibrator. I mean, look, you can trust. You can say I don't care if it's 100% accurate colors, but I'm like, I have a retarded. I get retarded about details like color. Okay? I want the colors to be accurate.
Okay.
What? This is all legitimate purchases.
How long does it take to calibrate every page of the comic?
Well, you don't calibrate every
a week
page.
and a half. Okay. How much? What do you calibrate it on?
I calibrate the monitor to make sure what I'm looking at is accurate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking.
And then I can fire back to them.
I'm so
and
curious
I can
about the
go,
process.
Hey, the color of his costume here is a little too light. Can you darken it up? Whatever.
Yeah.
Little notes like that.
Yeah, it's hard making a whole comic in color. Right?
Megan in colors, yeah. Black and white would have been easier.
Easier. Yeah. Okay.
I wanted to do it in black and white, but
Damn
customers. Well, no, I mean, I did have that discussion with people. I said, can I just put it out in black and white? And they're like, no, you raised too much money. You have to do it in color
Who said that?
A guy who runs a big comic publishing.
EVS said that?
Not EVS, no.
Oh. Who?
I don't
Eric
know.
July?
He wants to know. Yeah, it was Eric July.
Shane
Eric
Davis?
July was advising
said it?
me. No, he basically said, he's like, nah, you can't raise that much money. And
Frog
not
Tony?
do a color version.
Wow, he fucked you. Whoever that guy was.
A lot of people gave me a lot of
If
different
he's listening,
pieces of advice.
it's very funny what you said, sir. You really fucked Vito over.
Black and white would have been a lot easier. I'll admit that.
Better too, because now you don't know what colors you're getting. Reds,
No, now I do.
purple,
Well, I had to
it
get a
doesn't-
fucking color calibrator to make sure I know I'm getting the right colors.
Yeah, but that tells me something's up. If you're buying color calibrators,
Okay, I'll tell
I'm
you what's
thinking,
up is when
now
I
you
tell
got
the
fucked up
colorist,
colors. That's
I
probably
go-
why this happened.
I go, can you make this
like I got mouse traps. You know why? Because I got mice.
Here's what happened. I said, can you make this? I said, I think this color is not magenta enough. And they said, no, it's magenta. And I said, it looks red. And they said, no, it's magenta. And I said, shit, is my monitor broken?
Let me buy another monitor.
And then I bought a monitor and a color calibrator. I said, no, it's definitely red. Make it magenta.
Make it magenta.
So it kind of just. Regardless, my monitor was ancient.
Can you just type in the hex code? You know what
but a
red
hex
is.
code doesn't define if it's red. It doesn't say
Sure
red.
it does. It's got that little, it's got that like a range. Type it into fucking ChatGPT.
The monitor I have.
Is this red?
The monitor I have is over 10 years old. It doesn't even have an HDMI port. I was like, it's probably just time to get a new one. And a monitor is only $200.
Okay.
It's not like a fucking. I didn't buy like a top of the line widescreen, whatever the fuck.
Okay.
I bought a nice little monitor and a nice little pen display.
Wow. You can look at this monitor and then draw.
Do you like the thumbnails for the show? Because they all get made by me, and I'll stop doing
No,
it.
no,
if you
no, no,
keep
no, not the ones on
ridiculing-
the site. I don't give a shit if you do thumbnails on YouTube.
Really? All right.
Yeah,
I think they're useful.
Well, I just told you. I don't give a shit.
All right,
I put
guys,
mine into Bing Creator.
No more thumbnails on the YouTube.
No one cares if you're putting work into that. No one gives a shit.
It doesn't
I
matter
spend
if
about
it
10
doesn't matter
minutes.
if they give a shit. It matters if people see it and they click on it in their feed.
Okay. Well,
I think that it has helped.
how much time are you putting on the thumbnails?
It takes like an hour to make a
For
thumbnail.
this show?
Yeah.
Bro, you got it.
I cut both
That's
of
too
us
much
out.
time.
I go find some back. Whatever. It's a little thing.
Okay.
It's an hour a week.
Just put the episode name up.
Okay.
And change the number.
I'll just, you know what? I'll just put, in big white font. Yeah,
Don't you think
just
that's
put
kind of a waste of time?
Times New Roman, episode 162. How's that?
Yeah, that's
There you go,
fine.
episode 162.
Put it in
No graphic.
Put it in
no
Notepad and then
anything,
take
nothing.
a screenshot and then just stretch the screenshot over. That's fine.
I think shut up. I think on some level, having smart, professional-looking branding for the show has been a benefit, and
Why
I
our
will
sponsors
continue
ask
doing
for their
that.
money back
That's different. That's a different level of unprofessionalism.
from them?
Sure.
Why don't you make them a nice thumbnail for the email? Thanks for the cash, sucker.
I like the thumbnail. I think we got nice thumbnails on our YouTube show.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying. It sounds like
You see,
a
like,
lot of time.
PKA has-
and you're like drawing and
Okay,
shit
but
on
you've
the.
seen like the PKA thumbnails are really good, and it gets people
I have never
wanting to click.
seen. I have never seen a PKA thumbnail.
Well, PKA has great thumbnails.
You know, who has great thumbnails is a quartering.
He's got interesting thumbnails. They work for him, so it's always a screaming, crying something.
Great content too. I can't believe that publishing company had.
Yeah,
went
I
out of
can't believe
business.
every fucking professional
man.
endeavor. I can't believe Elon Musk didn't give him a job
as CEO.
Yeah,
me too. He gave it to that woman DEI hire. That's
such bullshit. He could have the quartering.
Quartering should have been running it.
Well, guys, pre-checked check boxes was my problem. And
Sorry, did you have more?
Somehow it turned into ridiculing me over buying a monitor.
I mean, I just want to know what you're buying.
I bought a monitor. My monitor was old, and
you bought two monitors though.
Well, I bought one
because one was for drawing.
One's
on.
a pen display. Yes.
Yeah. Do people know what that is? A pen display?
Yeah, I think that's the term for it.
Oh, okay.
Didn't you just buy a computer, retard?
For the show, because this one keeps crashing.
Yeah, we were buying it for a I'm not buying it to dick around on it and watch pornography. I'm buying it to fucking work on it.
You seem a little defensive of all these purchases.
It's annoying that my old one stopped working. I liked my old one, but it doesn't work anymore. And I Googled, and they're like, yeah, the drivers are all fucked, and they're not going to fix them.
And the color calibrator, though.
The color calibrator was annoying, but it got the colors correct. So
yeah,
that I might just put back in the box and send back to Amazon.
And did you have to tell the artist that you bought a new monitor and a color calibrator?
I told them
And
I
that you were
was
right?
doing it to make sure that because we were like, I was like, something looks wrong about the colors, and they said, well, it looks good on my end. I'm like, oh shit, is something wrong with my monitor? And I think there was something wrong with my monitor because it looked a lot better on the new display.
Oh, it looked good.
Yeah, it was. The
okay.
brightness was off, and I was like, oh shit, I guess I've been looking at some of this wrong. It helped.
Okay. All right. I'm just asking
Search for
what
something
you're
else.
buying.
Search for something else to shit on me about.
I mean,
Joe Vito bought a bottle. Oh my God. He bought a computer bottle. He's throwing money away.
you are very you're very sensitive about how you spend money on this shit.
I don't think I am. No.
Oh, okay. What else did you buy?
you want to like talk about like frivolous, stupid purchases? I'm trying to think.
Oh yeah, that one.
I paid a guy $400 for a copy of Go-Go Hyper Grind on the Nintendo GameCube. There. You want to talk about that?
Is that what you did the extra box thing
That
for?
was like a month ago though.
Oh, okay.
No, I bought it in person.
Like at a 7-Eleven?
No, he drove over from fucking Lancaster.
To your property?
Yeah.
Whew.
To my property.
Okay.
I actually had him meet me near my property. So
right.
now I have the last video game ever made by the Ren and Stimpy guy, because they're definitely not going to let that guy make another video game.
Oh, because he raped that kid?
He
Sexting a kid?
He had a 17-year-old girl living with him as his girlfriend, I think.
That's what state?
California.
Oh, that's a
Doesn't
big
fly
no-no
here.
then.
No.
That's
not good. She's even in the She's even in the DVDs. Is the weird like
her picture?
No, like I don't know if it's the Ren and Stimpy DVDs, but it's like, between episodes where he comes out and he goes like, "Hey, you're about to watch a great episode of Ren and Stimpy." He's like, "And this is my friend Jessica," and you're like, "You put your 17-year-old girlfriend in the fucking Ren and Stimpy DVD?"
Oh man.
Don't do that.
Like with cum leaking out of her?
Yeah, basically, yeah. Everyone looks back and they go, "Man, that guy just did not give a shit."
And now everyone owns child porn.
Yeah, kind of.
Thanks. Ugh. Like Night Trap. Wasn't that the one with the 17-year-old girl or something?
Was there something?
No, there's one game with like
the guy game.
The guy game.
I remember because I was working in GameStop when that happened. We had to take it off the shelves.
Did you keep any?
No. Same thing happened to Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, though. We had to toss every copy of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. But for that one, all the employees, we just took like 10 copies home a piece.
Why? What happened in Grand Theft Auto?
That was when Hillary Clinton freaked out because you could put in a cheat code and fuck a lady, fuck prostitutes.
You mean the pixels would go like?
Yeah, basically, like they left in like this. They added this like sex minigame, and then they're like, "This is retarded. Don't even finish programming it."
Yeah.
But some idiot figured out how to like.
Was that hot coffee?
Hot coffee, yeah.
Oh.
Some idiot figured out how to game genie your way into like this glitchy thing of CJ just going, yeah. It's like one of the fucking hooker models is just over a couch, just going, like glitching through the fucking wall. And that managed to get the game. They re-rated the game as adults only, and they had to take all those copies off the shelf.
Okay.
Good old Hillary Clinton.
Bad pillows is my problem.
Bad pillows.
Do you have any good pillows in your house?
I don't do pillows.
You just sleep flat on your back with no pillow?
I use blankets.
You shove blankets under your head like a nest?
Yes.
You do that too?
My man.
Really?
Yeah, because you can a blanket you can shape. You can go, I want a little extra here, I want a little extra here, I can tuck.
You have a whole blanket behind your head?
Yeah.
Across the headboard?
Area? Yeah, well, whatever. I'll just grab a blanket and put it under my head.
Does it have like a pillowcase on it? Or is it just
no,
like
it's just a comforter.
What the fuck? Where'd you get this idea?
Where did I get this idea? I didn't sit down and think about it. Just
when
one
did it
time,
occur to you, like the flux capacitor?
I went like, man, it sucks that like a pillow doesn't, be whatever shape you want.
They're horrible.
And then he went, well, I have this length of cloth that I can fold or can court in any way I want, so I'll just use that.
Am I stupid?
I think so. Well, I've never understood pillows at all.
I've just given up.
I haven't used a pillow in a decade, so.
What?
There's no reason. I just use a blanket. It's better.
I swear I used to never think about pillows, and now it's pretty much all I think about.
I'll say when
It's
I
like
go to like a
paper
hotel
thin.
and it's like one of those really nice pillows.
You use those?
Even then, though, I think I just
what do you request an extra duvet?
Yeah.
You wad it up under your head?
Every time I go to a hotel, I get an extra blanket for my head. Yeah. Usually, I'll just bring them from home, though. When we went to Vegas, I brought multiple.
Did you just say look for something else to make fun of you?
I don't care about that because I am.
You bring your own
Yeah.
blanket from home.
Yeah.
Like Linus?
When we went to Vegas for Hackamania,
Yeah.
I brought a bunch of blankets. And I'll admit, like I'm going to the guy's I went to the guy's house and I'm like, I don't want to see him dragging a bunch of blankets like I'm Linus. It does feel, but it's not a security blanket thing. It's a comfort thing. Like I need them to put under my head.
Okay. I don't think I'm going to top that, honestly.
Problem over. Well, you're the one saying pillows are a problem, and I'm telling you I've hit on a solution. So what is the problem?
That's not a dragging blankets
What's
around.
worse, your shitty pillow situation or me who's comfortably using blankets as pillows?
Yours is worse.
Why is that worse?
Because it's weird.
I think, you know what? This is going to be one of those problems where we're going to get a bunch of voicemails from people going, normally I hate that fat piece of shit Democrat piece of moron,
want a blanket
but I'm
up?
a blanket water. Blanket wadding is the solution.
No.
Guys, gotta wad. You gotta wad. That's the ticket.
You're going to wad blankets up for the rest of your life and sleep on them with your head?
Yeah, forever. Till the day
What about
I die.
when you go to a hotel, do you at least vacuum compress it so you can, carry it more easily?
My blankets?
Yeah, your head blankets.
No, I just throw them over my shoulders and I walk into the lobby like a homeless
cape?
person. Yeah. And I go, oh my God, that homeless guy.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
And do you think maybe I should stop doing this at any point?
Should I stop being comfortable? No, I've never had that thought in my life, Dick. My comfort is...
Do the cleaning ladies ever find it weird that you've got a blanket you got from home in your room?
I don't talk to the cleaning ladies.
Don't touch the Sesame Street blanket.
Other than to say that pizza, don't throw it out. I know you think it should go in the freezer, but no, I got to leave it out until it's the right temperature. Don't touch it.
Okay, well, pillows are horrible.
Yeah, I agree.
But you would totally agree. Did you go back to pillows after going to a blanket for a time?
I recently tried some pillows, and it
didn't work.
I'm not using them.
You're too spoiled.
Yeah, spoiled. I would say.
Have you tried to cut the blanket in half and have a pillow blanket?
The only pillow I've used is I got one of those triangle wedge pillows.
Okay, how's that? They have a cube too that I saw on Instagram, but I don't see it anymore, so maybe it wasn't.
I don't know
good.
what the cube is. I got that because, as I said, at a certain point, I was having a lot of heartburn. So you're supposed to elevate your your body, but I'm not getting heartburn anymore, so I don't need it anymore. I'm not using it.
So you're still on the blanket.
I'm still just a blanket boy. The cats love it. I make them little.
You can't have a woman's never going to tolerate that. A blanket.
Well, that's not a problem I am really thinking about.
Nah, you're gonna have to make some concessions. You're gonna have to cut the blanket in half or something.
What? Because you can't have a blanket all over the place?
They're not gonna like that. Then you have to wad it up every night.
Never a problem before. I shared a bed with a woman for.
Would she sleep on the blanket pillow too?
No, it was my blanket pillow. It was my blanket pillow.
And you wad the whole thing up on your side?
I would be lying on the right. She'd be lying on the left. Whatever happens on my side of the bed is my side of the bed. It's got nothing to do with her.
All right.
You've never put a blanket under your head?
I'm sure I have. I'm sure I've slept on a blanket pillow, but...
As that was happening, the whole time you went, God, I wish I had a pillow.
I was on drugs.
Okay.
No, I was just sleeping.
What is the difference in your mind?
Drugs?
No, between a pillow and a blanket.
Well, a blanket looks like a homeless person. It's like humping a covering.
That's
in a corner.
That's a very good point.
To a wall. So it's like a nest.
So a homeless person,
who
can sleep fucking anywhere.
No, not in a home.
They could sleep in a home. They could. You'll see those guys.
They can only sleep outside of the home.
You'll see those guys sleeping on sticks. They're sleeping on spikes.
Well, yeah, but...
And what's under their head? Like a fucking knapsack or a piece of
newspaper
cloth,
or something?
a newspaper.
A bottle?
You ever
anything.
Have you ever seen a homeless guy carrying
With
a pillow around?
No, because they go bad right away.
They go bad. No, but they'll just take their jacket out, fold it up.
Okay, like a folded up jacket.
Folded up
That's not
jacket's
comfortable.
basically a blanket.
That's not good, though. You'd rather have a pillow.
I would rather have the jacket.
You'd rather have a blanket than a nice, great
When
pillow.
I fly on a plane, I specifically wear a specific jacket that I can fold up and use as an expert pillow. I have an excellent jacket pillow.
It's this old Navy. I was actually recently on eBay trying to see if I could get another one because this one is falling apart. I've had it for so long. And I get on the plane and I take off this big jacket and I tuck it under my head and I sleep on the plane like a baby.
You can't. You got to get rid of this planet.
Anything can be a pillow, Dick. Anything.
All right.
There you go. Pillows are for posers.
It's like the first invention.
Is it, though?
I think so. It's just like a plank of wood or something, a rock.
Exactly.
Like, I'm sick of having my head like this. I'm going to put it like this.
You ever see an animal using a pillow?
So you're
Have
the
you
guy,
ever seen an animal using a pillow?
My dog loves pillows. She will drag a pillow up so she can put her head on it.
She puts her head on it.
Yes, her head.
That's bizarre.
She will only lay on pillows.
All right.
Human ones.
I see my cats and they go, just make a blanket in any position and I will find a way to be comfortable.
So when a guy took a blanket and made a pillow out of it, you were back there going like, this fucking idiot. No one's going to sleep on these. It's dumb.
I've just never seen the point of the pillow. The blanket's better.
Well, I was considering, I remember my grandma used to sleep on one of those like curved pillows.
Yeah.
You know? I always used to see it in her room and go like, that looks
like foam
like
thing?
torture. It looks torturous, right?
Yeah.
Like it's just like a U.
Yeah.
You know? It just goes like that. Looks like something medical for your anus, right?
Sure.
Like that. And now I'm thinking maybe she had a point because this is not, whatever's happening here is not working.
I've had the same, I think I only have 3 now. I think I had 4 at one point. Again, remember when I first moved to LA with my buddies, we all went to IKEA.
Okay.
And we all bought the exact same blanket in different colors. And as they left LA one by one, I inherited their IKEA blankets. And I still have.
You use Tim Rogers' blanket as your pillow?
I never lived with Tim Rogers. But I have Eddie and Rosie. I think it's Eddie and Rosie. No, one of them must have been Jer's. I have
Rosie,
3.
a woman?
Yeah.
You have all their blankets? Like
I have
scalps?
their blankets. That jacket I used for a pillow used to be Eddie's jacket. He wants it back. And I told him, I can never give you that jacket back. It's my favorite thing in the world.
Why do you want the jacket back?
Because it's a great jacket. It's the most comfortable jacket anyone's ever worn. That's also one of my shop. That was also
Does he know that you sleep in it?
I don't sleep. I sleep in it on the plane. I use it.
You sleep in it?
Well, he doesn't want it back. He's not getting it back. It doesn't matter what he's thinking about it.
Okay.
But those IKEA blankets have been my pillows. It's like sleeping on my friends.
I don't like imagining.
It's like sleeping on the dreams of my friends. All their dreams.
I just don't like imagining you
in
sleeping on a pillow
are
or
you
sleeping
gonna
on
do?
your friends' blankets.
Yeah.
How long did they leave? How long ago did they leave LA?
It's like a decade.
Okay.
They're nice little quilts. They're nice little guys.
All right.
IKEA.
That's been the biggest problem.
Guys, we got a new bonus
stuff's
episode.
not supposed to last forever,
The
you know.
biggest problem in elections at patreon.com/biggest problem.
Yeah.
Don't forget to vote on all the problems at biggestproblem.show. Merchandise available at killdozer.industries. And don't register to vote because that sponsor
You got to register to vote. You got to vote. Bring all your friends out to vote.
Remember, if you vote for Kamala Harris, Dick might have to eat a book, which would be funny.
I'll eat it anyway. I'll eat it if Trump
you're
wins.
You're not going to eat it.
Okay, here we go.
That's the worst part about any Dick promise. Is you're like, yeah.
It's coming.
We also got to do
it.
our next bonus episode. Maybe we can talk about the TV treatment because that was another promise we made.
Well, we got to
should
find
keep.
someone to review it.
Sure.
We can't just be us reading it. We got to have like
we need a
someone who has
neutral
some panache.
third party with television.
Someone who
experience.
knows like what a pitch is supposed to be.
Sure.
What do you mean sure? That would make it better.
I agree with you.
What is up with your sure? What is up with that fucking attitude? It's a good idea.
What a great show we
that
got.
shit where Kanye's son posted like a thing on YouTube and then like, you know, it got removed or Kim Kardashian, I guess, stepped in and removed it. And what annoys me the most are all the fucking retarded libs that are like, oh, thank God that's been removed. Kanye's son's just like Kanye. He's trash. He's blah, 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 blah. Like, you're censoring a child. You are taking like work from a child and censoring it. Yeah, Anyone who's for that should really.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of get it.
What did Kanye's son do or
he posted
say?
like a pro-Trump video on YouTube, and his mom deleted it.
His mom deleted it?
Yeah, Kim Kardashian.
Kim took it down.
Yeah, and I'm like, fuck you bitch. But
Well,
I
Kim's
kinda
going,
get it.
look, I already had one male member of this family destroy his earning potential. I don't need you fucking this up as well.
Oh, yeah.
She was loving that Kanye money.
I think he'll be back.
I'm not going to say what kind of doctor he was.
Yeah. What's his name? Gaddafi's going to come back to life and open a black bank in Africa, and Kanye can use that.
That'd be good. Is he
be
banned
cool,
from all the
right?
banking?
Gaddafi, yeah. He's banned.
Kanye.
Hey, Dick.
Hi.
I am a veteran, and guess what?
Thank you for
Every
your
single
service.
motherfucker with PTSD, like 80% of them, are lying about it.
I knew it.
Are really overblowing it entirely to get more money from VA.
Yeah, it's free money. Why would you not?
When you get out, you get free money, and that's worth 70%
They'll have a big parade
of
for
your
you.
VA disability, which is about, I don't know, $1,800 a month tax-free. So, fuck veterans, fuck all of us. We're just gaming the system like anyone else, so, Vito's wrong, I think. I forget how that went down, but Dick, you're right.
Yeah, what were
as
you wrong
usual.
about?
So, yeah.
Some way.
Go
The
fuck
veteran
yourself.
knows. He knows.
You ever see that picture of that veteran and his like whole face got burned off or whatever else? And you're like,
Yeah.
all right, you can get an extra $50 a month, but come on.
Just shoot
You're
him.
fine.
Why are you taking so many pictures of your face all cooked off? If my face was like that, I wouldn't be taking pictures. I would just be saying that word constantly.
Dude, there's a...
Hey, what's up, everybody? Yep, you know me, you good old potato man, burnt potato face. Lost my nose in fucking Vietnam, bro.
Well, he's
and
allowed
I
to
go
say
wherever
it.
the
I mean,
fuck
come on.
I want in my old military uniform.
He's a hero. We gotta let him say it.
And.
He's pulling his pants down. Well, he's a veteran.
Knock, knock. Hello, police. Are you guys open?
I did find... Did you see
I'd play fucking Folsom Prison.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I don't know how to play the guitar. It's just here as a prop. This goes out to all the ends out there.
All right. Sir, thank you for your service, but...
I thought this was about. I died. I lost my face for these freedoms.
I know. You can say it another couple times, but really, we got to get you out of here. I did find there's a black army influencer whose entire nose and like part of his face is missing, and he just goes on TikTok and like reviews Wendy's and shit. And I'm like, but he has a mask. He has like a Man in the Iron Mask mask, and I'm like,
What?
oh, that's he has like
So
one of
he's
those,
faking it.
No, but I'm saying he has like a Phantom of the Opera mask that makes him look like a normal guy, but then he just takes it off and he looks like a skeleton man with his nose is completely
Like in Boardwalk
missing.
Empire?
Yeah, it's awesome.
That sounds weird.
Dude,
He's reviewing Wendy's?
His whole nose is missing, and he just gets on there. He's like one of those guys who goes, have a positive day, and it's a black.
I would not be that. I would be the opposite of that.
I was like really surprised. I was like, shit, that guy's whole nose is just missing. There's just
Veteran
a giant hole.
Missing nose.
Yeah.
All right.
There it is.
What the fuck? No! Randy Adams ran Rise Up.
Yeah,
is he part of the voting thing?
I don't know, but
Is they going to send this fucker to...
Isn't that wild?
He's going to come try to get their money back.
Like this guy, I would
He
give
looks
this
like
guy
the Red Skull, but he's
Dude,
black.
he looks. I was like, I saw this and I said, this is the guy who, like, come on, if you're in Hollywood, write a villain role for this guy. Put it up.
Not put it up on YouTube. Are you fucking insane?
What are you talking about? It's on TikTok. It's on Instagram. That's Facebook.
Are you retarded?
You can't show a video
Are you
of a guy.
Is this like your first day on Earth?
Wait, what are you talking
What
about?
are you talking about?
He's
Why
not
the
naked.
Fuck? You live in like a fantasy world.
I can't look at a Skeletor man on YouTube. He's all right. Look, you know better than me, I guess.
Man, look at this one lip. It's just all there.
Right? How about, okay, you can get a picture of him with his mask.
That I need to pull the drink out of the cup. Since
He's explaining how he's able to drink without lips. Oh my god, dude!
And that's how I do that. So
How are you gonna?
30
Because you can't put his lips around the
So
straw.
How come he
he's-
can't make eye contact? He's acting like fucking Stevie Wonder. He's acting like Ray Charles drinking a soda.
This guy should have a. This guy get a picture of him with a mask. You can show that.
What would that do?
Because then people know there. Because that's what he get. That's cool. I want one of those.
Okay.
That's how he looks with his cool guy mask. And then underneath that, it's just a
Let
skull.
us rejoice and be glad in it. See, Lord, we just want to thank you.
Bro, God does not exist.
For this
How
guy,
do you
he
not
does.
fucking know that? How did you get...
His whole face is missing under that thing.
There is no fucking God. There's nothing.
Oh, that's horrible to say. No.
Holy
no.
shit.
God is eternal. Dick, you need to
Now I do want my face to get all fucked. I go around. By the way, I used to think God exists. Now I don't.
That's horrible. That's
Change my mind.
Come on. Anyway,
Come on, don't fuck everyone over with that shit. You get half your head blown off. You're going around being a free spokesperson for a bunch of kid rapists. Okay. Thanks a lot, bro.
I think Hollywood should get this guy. Like, when you have like a horrible disfigurement, you should get to play a villain in a fun like Marvel movie.
Everybody always ends up deserving it.
He should play the Black Skull. He could be cousin of the Red Skull. That'd be cool. We have black everybody else.
Yeah. True.
There's a Black Panther. There's a Black Manta. There's a Black Canary. Black Canary's white, though. No, wait, she's black in the movies. Everybody gets to be black.
All right.
Hey, biggest problem? It's beef chuck. Vito, last week when you were saying that prisons need to be nicer so people stop stealing, not quite. They need to be nicer so we can justify putting people away forever. Like, every time someone gets picked up for stealing or whatever, it's like free my son. He didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah,
so
get him out of there.
That would go away if they got a PS5 and like some beers in prison or something. Like, put my kid in there. I don't care. That would be the quickest solution to any crime problem. I don't care. It would just fix it way better than this shit of catch and release.
So make prison really fun because then they'll want to go there.
Well, no, it's like there's no difference between there's minimal difference between like welfare and prison. Like we're paying for like a size.
We're
cell
already
for you
putting
to
all
live
that money
in.
out. Yes.
And the only difference is like we caught some of you for crime, so we have to sort of sequester you a little bit differently.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be extreme. Like let's stop acting like we're helping you. We're just trying to keep you away from everyone else because we don't want you to hurt people who have more money than the people around you.
Right.
Right? So if you put like a halo, like one of those halo dog collars on them, and you're allowed to go down the street to whatever, and you can go home and live in your ISO cube.
Yeah.
And we'll still pay for it. And then instead of locking you up for like 6 months in prison, we can lock you up for the rest of your life in like outside prison.
Yeah, why
ISO
can't we
cubes.
just have like a monitor that says you're allowed to leave the house for exactly an hour a day? You have an allotment.
And we'll track you.
And we'll track
constantly.
you and know where you go.
And you go back to your tower.
You can go
and
to
there's
the
a bunch of other
barbecue.
prisoner
You can go to the
guys.
cookout.
You can meet girls.
You can go see your mom.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's a fantastic idea.
We'll get there hopefully.
That's some Black Mirror stuff. We should be writing that show.
That's Judge Dredd. The concept is that there's no difference between welfare and prison. That's why he's always sending people to prison.
Because it
And
doesn't
everything's-
matter. It's
Yeah,
the same
doesn't
thing.
matter.
You already
It's the
live
same
in a
thing.
prison in the Dredd
Yeah.
world, so who cares?
Hey, Dick. Hey, Vito.
Hi.
The biggest problem in the universe is Colorado fucking government. They decided to put in a 10-cent tax on plastic bags, which made stores start charging 10 cents for plastic bags.
Yeah,
and
welcome
eventually,
to 2005.
over the course of the last 2 years, integrate them out and replace them with paper bags.
Mm-hmm.
The paper bags are not subject to this tax, but they're still charging us 10 cents per bag.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And we
isn't
can't fucking carry our fucking groceries in, cutting off the circulation to our wrists and arms in one fucking trip.
When did we do that? When did we start doing that in
million
California?
years ago.
That was a
I
long
don't
time
know.
ago, man.
I still get a little thrill when it asks me how many bags did you buy for this purchase, and I go 1, and I got like 4 of them.
Take that. Take that, the man.
Hey, Jake. Hey, Vito.
Hi.
I've got the biggest problem in the universe.
Really?
Announcing stuff too early. This has happened mostly with video games in the past before, where I find out about something, I'm so excited for it,
True.
and it just comes out years later. The best experiences I've ever had is finding out something exists, and then I get to play it within like a couple of weeks.
Back to the Future
Fucking
3 was
great.
perfect.
Well, I
two's better next time, Vito.
I always tell people, like with video games, why are you buying the new fucking Call of Duty for $60? Just Just buy the last one. The only reason
That's
to buy
the most retarded thing I've ever heard.
if you want to play with all your friends and it's a multiplayer game, that's the one instance. But any single player game, why do you need it when it comes out?
Because you want to play it.
Okay, just play the last one.
It's not as good.
Do you know how many video games are being released every year? It's like an insane glut of fucking content. There are games, and it's not like before where
Is
like
that like do you do that when a new game comes out? You go buy the previous one.
Yeah.
So when like Cooking Mama 2 came out, you're like, I'm not paying.
Yeah, Cooking Mama was a big one
paying
for
full
me.
price for this shit.
What do you call it? Like Spider-Man. I waited for the Spider-Man game to be $20 because I'm like, it's gonna be $20.
That's different than the new one's out. I'll just go play the old one.
Yeah, the new one came out. Spider-Man 2 came out, and then for Christmas or whatever, they're like, Spider-Man 1's $20. And I go, good, I'll play Spider-Man now.
To save $40?
Yeah. Well, there's so much fucking shit. I don't pay more than $20 for a game unless it's like...
Unless it's in a parking lot.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Unless it's 40 years old.
Unless it's a rare,
and you don't want to
old,
play
weird.
it.
There's a difference between... Yeah, exactly. I don't want to play that fucking thing. Skateboarding.
Why?
Skateboarding with Rent and I'll play it.
Do you
at
feel like
some
you're
point.
getting one over on the publishers by not playing a new game?
It's look, everybody who... You don't buy a lot of games, I don't think.
No.
There's a lot of... You always hear people talk about their Steam fucking backlogs. You know, games they bought during Steam sales. At this point, you know that Epic Game Store, they give you 2 free games every week. Sony, they give you 2 free games every month. Xbox, you sign up for Game Pass, you get access to like 100 free games. There's just so much shit that unless it's like your favorite game series of all time...
Who is this advice for, though? Like, so you're saying, like, Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, you're like, just buy 5.
It's not even advice. It's just like we're at the point where I think publishers are suffering. They're like, why are people not buying video games? It's like, because we're drowning under, not only are there too many games, but you made every game 80 hours of bullshit bonus content that nobody actually needs. So, you know,
Who is this message for? Which publishers? Like, what games are?
Activision, really.
What do they
like
make?
Ubisoft, the guys who make Assassin's Creed.
The one with the black guy? The Black Samurai?
Yeah, that game, sure, is a good example. Like,
did that come out?
No, but there's old Assassin's Creed games. That's a series.
Oh, okay.
You know that.
The new one.
The new one will have 100 hours of bullshit. It's going to come out. It's going to sell terribly for a number of different reasons.
Mostly the Black Samurai thing.
Oh, yeah, let's put it this way. There's a new Star Wars open world game starring a lady. And
okay, out, done, next.
Sure, that's one of the problems. But another big problem, I was reading an article where they're like, well, the problem with this whole open world shit is that like everybody has a million games that are 80 hours, 100 hours of content. It's like, you know, people are still playing Grand Theft Auto 5. You can just, there's too much.
We played it this summer.
Yeah, sure. So why go out and buy like the new $60 Star Wars game, especially when you know in a year, when they have to discount it because it's full of a bunch of woke shit, you know, it's going to be $10.
Okay, but why not buy it? Like, why wait? If you want to play it, just play it.
If you think it's the only thing you want to play, go nuts. I just don't, you know, it's like...
I want to know who this is for. Like, who's the person who's going to say, like, you know what, I was going to buy the new Assassin's Creed, but then I was like, why don't I just buy the last one?
I don't think it's for, and it's not advice.
Oh, okay.
It's more just like, I think more and more people are going... Yeah, you know what? There's just so many video games I'm going to skip on. You know, like I have a buddy who's been chasing me to play the new Armored Core, and I'm like, I'll get to it.
Oh.
You know, I don't need to buy it yet.
Okay. All right, last one.
Hey, Dick. Hey, Vito. The biggest problem in the universe is any other voting than at the polls voting. If you can't take a day off or figure your fucking schedule out to vote on a specific date, then you shouldn't get to vote.
But
yeah, that'd be great.
As Dick brought up, they don't have little monster hand rings after you vote.
I almost
bullshit.
got those last night.
To give out for Halloween, that would have been cool.
Yeah, that was too late. Okay, everybody, thank you for listening. Go to biggestproblem.show
and
vote. Patreon.com/biggestproblem.
And don't forget, we might read an email from our sponsor.
Well,
we'll see.
How much money did we get?
I don't know, sir.
How much money?
Oh, look at that. We got 1,200 people watching. We're back to...
we're recovering from the 24-hour 7 debacle.
I still don't think that's necessarily what the problem was, but...
There was no other thing it could have been.
Yeah, the problem was we probably should have turned it off on Fridays. That might have been the problem.
Well...
It doesn't matter. It's not
Who
important.
knows?
Some people really liked it. Some people enjoyed it.
Maybe
I'll make a second channel for it.
All right. Here we go.
All right.
And remember, guys, now that Tim Rogers is no longer on the Insert Credit Podcast, find him on twitch.tv/Action Button and subscribe to Action Button on YouTube. He is literally...
Does he ever plug your stuff?
I don't know. No.
Did he plug Super Killer?
No.
Wow.
Look, Tim is currently making content for... it's a different world we live in, you know?
Me and you? Yeah.
Yeah, me and you. We just did a show talking about kids getting raped by panda bears, okay? We're not making sensitive video game content for tender queers.
Not even plugging your comic,
though. That's all right. He's gotten me jobs in the past. He's done a lot for me.
Okay.
Cardinal for 5. We love Vito. Thank you. Zeta Quicksell for 2. Only October's over, but the memories remain. Thanks for not killing yourself. Synthetic Shinobi for 2. Thank you for not killing yourself. Diamond G for 2. I just oinked my pants, but nothing came out. Synthetic Shinobi for 2. Biggest problem are automatic doors that open way too slowly. That's a good one. Coup for 5.
How often is that happening? That's the guy that pretends to be a chef. You're
It
sitting
hasn't
there
happened very
raging
often.
out. Oh, the doors are. Oh my God! I can't believe this fucking door is open. Give me a break with that
I don't think I've
shit.
experienced that any time recently. Coup for 5. Thanks for not killing yourselves. Happy Hoove-tember.
Oh, thank you.
Keg on post for 2. Excellent gift to my shitty work day. Thanks, bro. Well, we're here for you. Hasman's here for 2. Weight loss, comic out, be funny, no for top pigga. Isaac Menhoff for 5. What's your favorite
good.
pasta dish, Vito? Faggoccini al gato. That's pretty good. Let's give him a round for that one.
Amazing.
Black Crimson for 5 Australian. Thanks for sex. Thanks for not killing yourselves. LJ Clavarino for 5. Problems are big, and they keep getting bigger. That's because Dick and Vito are my piggas.
Thanks.
Frank Lucas for 5. Dick, the BMV, told my girlfriend she was registered to vote. Turns out she wasn't. Now she can't vote. Another win.
Yeah, but now that you can't fill out her ballot for her, so that's a loss, buddy. That's one less
Ivanhoe
Trump vote.
Redcap for 5. Vito better be wearing a handmade dress for the first episode after Trump wins. That would be.
He's going to be gone.
That'd be a good.
Banished.
I'm going to be frozen into a crystal by a gay CNN host. J-Rob Detailing for 5 euros. Gentlemen, cheers. Thank you. J-Rob Detailing.
Thank you.
The Malware for 2. Thanks for banning me on X, Vito. You're welcome.
I almost banned that guy, too.
He's just being a little shit.
Yeah, I don't like when people add their own commentary to my comments. I'm like, ban.
Well, as always, there's a way to get unbanned, and it's to ask nicely. Shit Lips for 5, thank you. Jerry and Coke for 10, money.
Thank you.
Pineapple Man for 2, and Schmidt on the guitar playing that Van Halen.
Whoa.
Pop Quiz for 2, drink more water, Vito. I finally bought one of those like nice water bottle things. I've been trying to up my water intake.
You had to buy a nice water bottle to drink water?
Oh, it's better when you have a nice water bottle you can take around. It's a portable thing.
Stanley? What'd you get?
It's similar to a Stanley.
Oh, Ranley?
I got
Manly?
a Ranley.
What'd you get, a Manly?
I got a Manly. It's a big
like a
dick.
Timu?
It's a big dick coming out of the top.
What are you
and
taking, like a...
Ooh, I love hydration.
How much water are you taking around? Were you taking it to the store and stuff?
I already did the bit. You don't have to add the bit.
I want to know.
I already did the bit.
I want to know how much water you're taking around.
I took your bit away from you because I knew that's what you were going to do. Okay?
No, I want to know about
There's
your
nothing else you need
hydration.
to add. Oh, was it gay water? Because you're gay? Thanks,
No,
Dick.
I want to know where you're
Hand me the
drinking
big
water
dildo.
for.
Oh, we can't do that on YouTube. Anyway.
You taking it to the gym?
Keep going. You got more?
Are you? Where are you taking a big thing
Yeah,
of
I'm
water?
taking it to the
Why do you
gym.
need water? I'm asking.
You're supposed to drink water. I'm drinking water.
You're supposed to do a lot.
You're supposed to do a lot.
Are you going down the list?
I'm going down
of all the
list.
easy stuff?
I'm going down the list. Turkey sandwich for 10. My favorite recurring bit on the show is when Vito says something extremely racist. Dick looks at him and Vito defensively says, what?
Yeah.
I'm sure it happened at least once in this episode. Vegetable Spy for 2 says, hey, Vito Costco's selling magic cards. I did see that. And I actually went to my Costco to see if they had the... they're being clearanced out at certain Costco's. But
Did you bring your water to
I brought my water
so you
to
can stay
Costco.
hydrated at Costco?
Costco's got some good stuff.
At least you're getting to work out with the water.
There was a lot of Asians. I took a picture and then I decided against posting it. Pigeon for 20. Are we getting a spooky episode in honor of Spook Day? Biggest Problem in Elections is now available at patreon.com.
Pretty spooky episode.
/biggest problem.
Strategery for 5. Imagine electing not to see the biggest problem in the elections bonus episode. That's one way to have them chuck dicks in my ass.
Nobody wants that.
Chud Bronson for 5. I'm very drunk and I need to hear you two yell tonight. Guitar Talk was worth the wait. Unlike some comic books, you've used the wrong word on so many of these. You're late and again. 3, good for you.
Nailed it.
Psychonaut for 5. Dick, this comment is to tempt fate by pointing out G. It sure has been a long streak of avoiding the Sonichu medallion curse. Thanks for not killing yourself, Kurjiggers. Dem drop kicks for 2 is Alex Minicians, a hero. He was a legend. Koof for 50. Vito's Booty should be added as a feature of the Super Time Killer game. Also, time for Vito's Booty. Maybe it's already in there. We don't know.
Could be.
Cameron for 2. Boycott Rise.
Wow.
Hashtag. Pete Oxen for 5. Shout out to my friend Steve Garebean, who is definitely straight. Your hero, Ron Paul, wants you to vote for your favorite President Trump. Shout out for them. Thank you, Pete.
Cole Markland for 2. Just like that, October has come and gone. Strategery for 5. I heard you can start Super Time Killer with 30 Vito lives by entering this code at the title screen. Up, down, left, right. Chuck dicks in my ass.
You finally got
Nailed
a funny
ya.
one.
A for 2. Every problem in the universe from women to women. Diego Vasconicos for whatever. Dick should make satirical pro-women content to get them to share it.
Shit, I gotta go to the bathroom.
All right, no problem. Dean Chalk for 5. Thanks for the laughs, boys. Vito, you even suck at the video game Super Time Killer. Well, I think I'd be good at it. It's right dude here for 2. Says sheet. Johnny Rocket for 5 says this is a message from Progressive Vic. Please vote. Together we can lower the age of consent. That is from Johnny Rocket. Andrew Tarr for 5. Sober October's over, and I'm back to drinking and willing to send super chats again. Awesome. Diamond G for 5. Too pig to rig. Stop the squeal. Drill, babe, drill. No new warthogs. No tax on ham. Oink early. And get your friends to oink. Katie the Swiss for 5 with a laughing emoji. Generic is washed for 5. Listening to early episodes, Dick was talking about wanting to see a guy on the road get slammed, but gave Vito shit watching Chinese smuff. I had one of you guys send me a message asking for a link to a website where you can watch Chinese people die. So some of you guys are sickos as much as I. At least Google it yourself, okay? You can figure it out. If you know, I heard you said there's a cool website with dead Chinese people. Yeah, you can figure it out. I'm not going to enable it. Strategery for 2 says $1,000. Okay, good joke. Ethan, and he says, read the email now. Okay, Ethan Alvi for 5. Vito is a big fat Italian. What's your professional opinion of penne pasta? And what is the vedi abesta pasta? I like penne. Penne is good. I mean, you want it with a sauce that.
You want the pasta with a sauce?
Well, you want different shapes of pasta because different sauces adhere to pastas differently, you know?
Oh.
Like, if you had a really, creamy pasta, you wouldn't use, a linguine or something. Penne would be better for something like that.
What's penne? Like a bow tie?
No, penne is the little tube.
The tube?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think penne is good with a vodka sauce, typically.
Is that true, or is that, Italian bullshit?
Different pastas
Every
have
race
different textures.
bullshits about something.
It's not bullshit.
Every race lies about something.
If the pasta is a fucking tube, then obviously it's going to pick up more of the sauce because the sauce gets trapped in the tube. Okay? Okay.
Got little ridges around the edge. Alex for 10. I know we had a lot of fun.
You're right. You're right.
Alex for 10. I know we had a lot of fun here today, but I want to be serious. I really love all the fans of the show, and I hope that no matter the election result, that we see a brighter future for all Americans.
Yes.
Disavow.
Okay.
I disavow that guy.
All Americans. Everyone.
Andrew Tarr for 20. At the end of the last show, Dick was pretending to cry about vets needing parades or they'd kill themselves. I'm a vet, and I've been laughing about that all week. Biggest laugh of the episode for me. Fuck them. Thank you, Andrew.
What a good last episode. Very disrespectful to the troops, however.
Yeah. Your man Martian for 5. Richard, check your email. I sent you a fine little song today. It's called My Property. I got that. I didn't know if that was for this show or my show. I don't think we're far enough away from the My Property debacle to pay it on this show, Martian, honestly. I didn't want to tempt fate. I think things are still a little. What was that guy's name? I think things are still a little insert credity over here.
Insert credity.
Random guy for 10. Bring the one man in the studio audience laugh track guy. And anytime that guy was great.
I
Here
agree.
again. Tyler P for 10. Dick, you dick, send me my stuff. You sent to the wrong address. Oh, yeah, I owe you guys. There's like 3 guys who didn't get their shirts I got to send out. I've emailed you a bunch. I need to wear my fat lady and little boy t-shirt while drinking from my dick show. And Chuck goes, yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'll send it out next week. Cody Titus for 5. For your next Man on the Street video, you guys should do a YouTube e-fair. Oh.
I gotcha.
Yeah. In Anaheim next week. Shitlips for 5.
Good work.
I organized a volunteer litter collection team in Milwaukee. Black people yelled at us all the time.
It really is funny, the videos of a guy, he's like just mowing the lawn, and there's just like a black guy. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck
They
are you
don't care
doing?
about yelling. They don't care about getting yelled at or yelling at people. Matt C for 10. My bad, fellas, have some
This
money.
must be illegal. No, it's fine. The cop even shows up and like has to tell the guy, he's like, I can't stop him from mowing a guy's lawn, man. This is not his neighborhood. That does not mean anything to me.
Odysseus for 5. Tim Waltz is a pedophile, brought to you by Progressive Victory.
Matt C for 10. My bad, fellas, have some money. Psychonautical for 20. Dick, I know you don't get along with Dave Smith, but I'm dying to see you and Louis J. Gomez in the same room riffing about anything Trump or race related. Any chance you guys show up on Legion of Skanks or them on this show? We were on Legion of Skanks.
Yeah, that's as far
Once.
as we're gonna get.
And then I sent Louis a message asking him to Skankfest, and then everyone convinced me to not go to Skankfest. So everyone went, Vito, you're not a real comedian. And I went, yeah.
I mean, guys,
all
there's
right,
just like
cool.
once comedians get to be a certain level, they're not hanging around with me anymore, and I'm not hanging around with them. Like that's just the way it is. You have to be very committed and likable. You got to get your Q factor up.
Yeah.
You can't just be like a misanthropic, like hateful piece of shit. Like I'm sure maybe even silently comedians think it's funny, but they will not be on the show. Because I'm fighting with everybody. I'll fight with anybody, anytime, about anything, slightly deviating from anything, like any kind of principles or morals, and I will fucking hammer you. And that's just not that's not a way to behave in whatever it is, whatever level of
Was it Ryan
celebrity
Long
that is.
who commented on you recently? Did you see that quote?
Manny Muskets went to his show and he signed his book, and Manny said, Ryan said that he loves Dick's Twitter, but he fights with all his friends. And Ryan came and said, I said, I love Dick's Twitter, and he fights, and I love all his fights on Twitter.
Oh, so he loves your fights on Twitter.
He said,
okay.
Well, he said, I love Dick's Twitter, and I love his beefs on Twitter.
Okay.
And I was like, Ryan, either one
Manny
is
Muskets
either
made
one
it
is an
sound like
honor.
Ryan Long was like, I love Dick, but he sure is fighting with all my friends
But
on
I do
Twitter.
fight with I mean, it's a fucking nightmare to be associated
You fight
with
with
me.
guys that I don't even know necessarily, and then I'm like,
I don't care.
I didn't realize this guy was a piece of shit. And you're like, oh yeah, that guy's a fucking piece of shit. I'm like, oh, all right,
They're not even
interesting.
patient. Like Dave Smith's a great example. I think that podcast people, they glom on to political groups to siphon the audience to their show, which is a valid way to build your audience.
Right.
But like I personally despise it. So like Dave Smith jumps onto the libertarian bandwagon,
Right.
and all he does is tell them how smart he is at libertarian stuff and tell them what books to read, and they love it. But then when it comes down to actually sacrifice something for the party, he bails and says like, well, I have my family at home. It's like, well, what do you think politics is, bro? Why did you get involved? Why did you build up these poor people's expectations and like pull in their emotions just to fuck them over? In the end, you did that. That is very evil to me. Like you have to remember. I think Eric July, for making bad art, should be locked in the crystal dimension for 10,000 years. I'm not like, oh well, morally you did it bad. It's like, no, what you did was bad.
Well, I'm not you're more of a right-wing guy than me. I would say, I think, right-wing guys don't appreciate you enough. Because I see you posting about like this Tony Hinchcliffe thing, and you're like, this is going to fucking
totally
lose us
fucked
a bunch
up.
of votes.
You totally fucked up. You guys totally fucked up.
And I was very
This was
interested to
fucking
see you fight with
stupid.
guys and be like, well, you don't care, you don't like free speech, you don't like comedy. And you're like,
No.
I want to win the election.
I want to win.
Yeah.
If I have to drown kids to win, I'll do it.
Okay,
And then
well.
I'll apologize. I'll give them medals. You fuck fucking losers. You're just so up your own ass about being seen as good and being as good as people see you, and it makes me fucking sick that you're so addicted to pride.
See, you must be going nuts because I see like right-wing guys tripping over their own feet, and I go, yeah, you guys are idiots. This is funny. But for you, it's like you're losing something, you know?
What do you mean?
It's because you want these guys to not
The abortion
be
thing's the worst.
fucking idiots. Yeah, well, the abortion thing is terrible. They lost a bunch of votes for no reason.
Yeah, women's interest in politics like skyrocketed over 4 years, and men's like went up a little bit. It's like, oh wow.
There would be no talking about Kamala if it wasn't the abortion thing is going to get a bunch of women out because they want to murder babies.
You know what the Republican platform would be if guys could just. If guys who are really, if they could just take it up with God, it's like, God, why did you make make these women abort their babies? Instead of taking it on the women who don't know shit, they don't know what they're fucking doing.
Well, they're
They're going to
the abortion doctor
and going, God, aren't you?
Can you take the baby out of me? I don't want your baby.
Take it up with God. You whore. Oh, whoa. Take it up with God, buddy. That's who did it.
Do they use the baby voice of the abortion doctor?
Yes.
Is the abortion doctor talking to baby voice?
Yeah,
too?
they do.
We're going to make a scrubby wubby out of your boy. We're going to take your tubby woobs and scrape them clean on your baby. Thank you, Mr. Doctor. Thank you. I don't want the parasite inside me.
You don't care. Liberals don't care.
I'm a liberal. It's funny to me.
If they just let it go. They just let it go, Trump's whole platform would be, hey, liberal white women, would you like to have another $300 to spend on Lulu or Amazon every year?
That's a good pitch for women.
And they would have no response to that.
Yeah.
Well, what about abortions? No, Trump said abortions are cool. I want that $300 though that he was talking about.
It does seem like it's pretty easy to manipulate women, and you guys are fucking it up. Well, maybe someday you'll
never.
That's the thing. Never. There's no point. Hazmat again.
What do we even have to talk about? What would you want to talk about with Legions of Skanks?
I have nothing to talk. I would just talk, current events. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. It feels like there's different spheres of comedy, But it does seem like comedy's gotten
like not funny comedy.
Well, as somebody's pointed out, comedy's become like way too politically focused. It's like, why is all the comedy just about fucking?
Like when I ripped a Koran in half? Was that?
No, that's not political. That's funny. That's funny for a number of reasons.
No, we didn't get any shit for that. Can you believe that?
Well,
right, because even the Islamic people are like, no, don't give him attention. He only wants attention for that.
He'll just do another one. It is becoming like, man, like all the political podcasts is just talking about politics and shit. Thankfully, we did an election special, and then we're like, all right, good. Now we don't have to talk about all this politics shit anymore.
Because they're probably like, no, he's fine. Because when we did October 7th, he put A-Team music to all the.
That was great.
That's way worse. That's
clip.
way worse than that. Than rip a Quran
worse.
in half. Even it was Bible, he said.
Houseman again for 2. Biggest problem is side effects. Gayest shit ever. Pigeon for 2. Can we say queer now? I think so.
If you're gay.
Hazman for 2. Vito's a pig at home. Look at his side of the desk. Okay. Pigeon for 2 says Mulian. Luca D's nuts for 20 says sexual harassment panda. Yeah, that's the last time I remember pandas being associated with sex.
Well, it happened.
That panda was anti-sex abuse.
Dude, both Jill Biden and Joe Biden are they're showering with their daughter, right, or something.
Well, you just let Biden bite a couple kids. He's on the way out anyway. Surgery for 2. Panda eyes. Chuck Dix in my ass in trouble now. Pigeon for 10. Imagine going to the White House for Halloween candy, but the Democrats in charge. Chuck Dix in my ass. Nobody wants
exactly
that.
Right, Pigeon.
Spider Eternal for 5. Vito complains about Subway sandwiches, despite knowing Subway moonlights as a sawmill. Dekasugi Chinsuki for 7. This super chat. Oh, he says he wants you to read this one.
I don't care.
Okay. Well, he wanted you to say we love Vito, and you have refused. Is that a quick sell for 2? Vito, how do we join your mafia family?
That's why I'm not ever going to be on any podcast.
I gave you the opportunity. Spider Eternal for 2. I'm with Dick. That clip was so painful. Stop it. It is a bad clip. James Jones for 2. I hate slurs like this. I listen every week.
Oh, yeah.
Dick. Cliche mustache for 10. Hey, Vito, it's time to get Jaffe and Tim back together for the classic iteration of Violence Island. You know what? I've thought about it. I used to do
What's
a pod.
that?
Me and Tim and that Jewish kid used to do a podcast. We did 2 seasons.
He's got a
of it.
name. Stop calling him that Jewish kid.
Alex Jaffe. Alex Juffe and Tim Rogers.
You wouldn't say
and
that
me.
black guy, would you?
Absolutely, I would. I think I don't have the old episodes, but somebody told me they're on archive.org, so I might re-upload all of them, which would probably make Alex Jaffe mad because he don't want to be associated with me anymore.
Who's Alex Jaffe?
That Jewish kid. LJ Clubberino for 20. Drunk 3PO needs help. On Webtoon, I made a much better comment called Don Y. Wan. My favorite episode is Fun Times at Hitler Youth, re-uploaded 3 times for drug nudity and swastika censors.
Well, all right.
Tenchi for 5. Vito voted for Tim Rogers' friends to hate him. Johnny Rocket for 2. Vito's thick-skinned, literally. Kagon Post for 2 says Jewy McJewerson. Shaturgy for 2. Think about how many nads Bob Barker costed dogs. Sarah Gardner for 5. The chick in that video does sound very similar to my next-door neighbor. I used to think she was R-slurred, but turned out she was deaf.
Is that girl British?
That
Sarah
woman
Gardner?
did sound genuinely like there was something wrong with her. Cougar Hughes for 5.
In addition to
being a woman?
Yeah, nah, you're
all right.
How could you of women of all people
Sorry.
give them any sort of leeway or forgiveness?
5'6" in a mini, 5'6" in a mini.
And you were looking at that and going like, oh, that's fun. I wish I worked there.
They made it work. Cougar Hughes for 5. Enough with the problem. Speed run the super killer game. Frank Lewis for 5. Someone with talent make Vito the Simp song, please. Zeta Quicksell for 2. Vito in his whorehouse of tarded women with nads. Zeta for another 2 says Vito pro female lobotomies.
Are you?
No, those are pretty bad even for.
Even for.
Well, that once they did that Kennedy girl, you're like, oh, that's what can happen, huh?
Oh.
That's bad. Zerka Menhoff for 2. Hey, okay, whatever. Pigeon for 2. Vito's Tard Talk.
Yeah, but they never talk about us getting our penises cut off like that. They never talk about circumcision like we talk about lobotomies. How come?
It's a good point. They love cutting off our dicks.
Yeah. How would I have been with my foreskin?
You would have been
be a different guy.
100% better.
Now I'm like the lobotomy version.
You'd be cleaning that smegma out and feeling proud of all that you'd collected.
Don't
Clap
do
Trap
their
Destroyer for
don't
10.
do their propaganda. Don't promote their propaganda about that smegma
This show is
shit.
so base. Thank you, Vito, and happy Girth Day, Richard.
Thanks.
Detox for 20. Hey, Dick, I've been a dickhead since you went on the official podcast. I've been listening to you ever since. Vito, this show wouldn't be what it is without you. Good job. Wow, a genuinely nice comment.
Thank you.
Dickinson Post for 5. Breaking Mint Salad turned 24 on her first 24-hour live stream.
Wow.
Happy birthday to that talentless
I think she fell
whore.
asleep.
Utah-based Armenian for 5. Says, hey, Vito, now you have a color-accurate monitor. How black is
I
Eric
can't wait for her to
July,
review
really?
Super
Frank Lucas for 5. Vito is dumb if he thinks he's getting a color-accurate monitor for $200.
$200, I know.
They said
Nobody got it. Nobody got a $200 calibrator. So that should cancel each other out, right?
Oh, it said on the thing that it's a professional thing.
And you got some North Korean colorist coloring it in.
Should I send it back? Should I get a different monitor?
Because some guy that you don't want to credit
It's
for his
called
great
the
advice.
Asus Pro Art Display. It's Pro Art. It specifically is known for its color
We gotta find out.
accuracy.
Ask Ethan Van Sciver if he has a color calibrator.
Somebody tell me if there's a better monitor I should get. Jian Wong for 5. Australian Vito, you ducking duck. I use a
Monitor
Wacom.
these nuts.
I bought secondhand for $500. Used Photoshop, a $300 laptop, and completed a $125-page color comic. You suck.
You suck.
Yeah,
there you go.
Oh, what's the new year
Wacom,
comic? Nobody read
$500.
it. Lawrence Devaney for
Nobody
2.
read your comic too either, bro.
Yeah, they read the first half of it. Lawrence Devaney
You
for
can't
2.
half read a comic.
You can half read a comic. Maddox loved the hot coffee mod. Hababa Bob. Kagon Post for 2. You try a bamboo pillow.
Yeah,
Richard.
I threw it away. I hated it, man. I felt like I was like bent up, like 90 degrees. My fucking neck. I cannot.
Go.
I've gone to no pillows now, and not the goofy blanket wadding shit that you guys are doing.
So what are you doing? Just sleeping on the bed? Put your head
Yeah.
against the bed?
Yeah, and I imagine that I'm Chevy Chase in The Invisible Man sleeping on a pool table.
I don't think you should blanket wad. Cody Titus for 5. No need for a pillow, and your neck fat is plenty of support. There you go. Geeks for 5. You make a nest of blankets like gorillas in the jungle with leaves. What the hell?
That's a
That's
real
racist.
what the hell, man.
Dickington Post for 2. Vito needs a CPAP machine, not a blanket wad.
What do you mean by CPAP?
It's a breathing machine.
What does he mean by CPAP?
I don't know.
Let's see what he.
TMA for 2 hours. Yeah, the thing about super chats is that we can't actually respond to them. TMA for 2 Australian. Can we get Sean on the show as a guest soon? We had him on the 100th episode.
Yeah.
He's a busy boy. Geeks for 2, starting not to trust Vito's definition of bed. Is that a quick sell for 5? You've got a head start.
He's got a big nest like Big Bird.
Yeah.
You know,
I have a very
remember when
comfy
Big
bed.
Bird, you go in his house, and you're like, you live like this, Big Bird?
I don't remember.
This
I
fucking
do
sucks.
not remember what
You don't
Big
remember
Bird's
Big
house
Bird
looked-
going in Big Bird's house?
No.
What were you watching when you were a kid?
I was
You
not.
weren't watching Sesame
I was
Street?
never a Sesame Street kid.
What were you watching? Caillou?
Eureka's Dragon.
My sister watched that shit. Quagmire. And that other fucking Bob or whatever, Bog.
I don't remember any of the name of the
You remember their
characters
name?
from Eureka's Dragon. I remember there was a dragon.
Eureka's Castle.
Eureka's Castle. That was the name of it. Yeah.
You see who?
That song was weirdly catchy at the time.
Eureka's Castle. Hey, everybody. Look at that dragon's dick.
You know what I hated, though? They didn't say that on the show.
Eureka's Castle. Eureka's Castle.
I
Like
hated
that.
I hated David the Gnome, though. Anytime David the Gnome came
David the
on,
Gnome was a fucking tight
I
ass
was
show.
like, this is so
Fuck
fucking
you.
boring.
Fuck you,
Fuck
bro.
this fucking gnome.
Fuck you.
Oh, my God, dude.
Oh, man.
Let's
Every
go-
wish and dream and happy
let's
home.
go do some
You'll
gnome
find
stuff.
your fucking kingdom of David the
Oh,
Gnome.
here's my gnome wife, and we're going to make gnome stew. I'm like,
That was
Jesus
wholesome
Christ,
shit.
dude.
That was a wholesome
Oh, God,
fucking show.
nothing fucking happened, ever.
David the Gnome was solving everyone's fucking
And
problems.
then on the last episode of David the Gnome, I think him and his wife died alone in that tree, and I'm like, good.
They did.
Hopefully that show's
They turned
done
into
with.
that tree. What happened in Eureka's Castle? Nothing. Some
That
dumb
dragon-
bitch has unlimited cosmic power. She can't even make a fucking sandwich. She gotta cry about it to all of her friends every episode. Eureka! What's the deal? Oh, my boss yelled at me at work when I use magic. I can't.
It is. You know what's weird is that
fucking dumb bitch.
So there's like a Nickelodeon generation that like people are still talking about like, hey,
Would you
Arnold.
watch Cat Dog?
No, I hated Cat Dog, but I'm saying
You idiot. Cat Dog was
you
amazing.
liked Cat Dog.
It was unbelievable.
All right, here's the real question:
His head's a cat. The butt's a dog head.
Sure.
What the fuck is going on? It's provocative.
And if you go to Springfield, they're eating both sides. Were you?
You gotta make comedy political right there. You're talking about how I'm talking about cat dogs and butts, and you're talking about Trump.
It is interesting though that there is like a Nickelodeon generation everyone talks about. Nobody talks about Eureka's Castle. Nobody talks about David the Gnome. Nobody even
All I
talk-
look at is Eureka's
Nobody even
Castle
talks about
pornography.
he can't do that on television, and if they talk about it, it's only to bring up
That's
the fact
before your time.
that
You don't
Alanis
have no
Morissette
right.
was on it.
You have no right to talk about that show.
They showed reruns.
You have zero right. You have zero right to talk about. You can't do that on television.
I was a big "What Would You Do" fan, hosted by Mark Summers. That was the game show.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And then I always remember watching Wienerville and going, "Why'd they give this guy a show?" Do you remember Wienerville?
No, that was after me. He looked like a pedophile. I saw
Well,
that. I'm like, that's
I remember
a pedophile guy.
years
doing that
later,
stuff.
I'm like, "What happened to the Wienerville guy?" And it's like basically nothing. That was his one shot.
Yeah,
Was the
where it's
wiener-
like your head and your head.
Yeah, it's like his head making like little puppets. You know,
stupid.
I remember being like, "Well, it's called Wienerville. It must be funny," and then it just wasn't.
You watch Rocco's Modern Life?
I was a Rocco boy. I did enjoy the Rocco. Rocco was good. Rugrats was bad.
Rugrats was bad?
Hey, Rugrats is terrible.
What are you talking about?
It's not a good show. Oh, we're babies.
We're babies,
what's
man.
Oh, maybe Grandpa's asleep. Maybe I'll get out of the playpen and Grandpa will be asleep. Oh,
yeah. We gotta bust out of here. I gotta get some of those titties. I got to get some of that milk.
There's one or
Bitch,
two
Mom!
good episodes of Rugrats.
Reptar? Did you watch the movie when Dill was born?
No. At
that
that
was a
point,
good
I
one.
went, "This is over. This is done."
That was a good one, man.
And then they grew up. What the
Dill
fuck's that
Pickles.
about? Shit. What was I gonna say? You know, Peter Chung animated the opening of the Rugrats, though. That was the best part of Rugrats. Was that the opening looked like an episode of Eon Flux, and then you'd have to watch the actual episode and go, "This doesn't look like Eon Flux at all."
Yeah.
On
What was
the
your
jo-
favorite episode of Doug?
The one that always sticks in my mind is his sister not knowing how to parallel park, but I think it was just because I was interested in watching them play video games on TV.
Doug?
Yeah. There's one where his sister can't get her driver's license because she can't figure out how to parallel park, and Doug's all freaked out because he's like, "Oh no, my sister was going to drive me to shit," and then he tricks her into playing an
Classic Doug.
arcade game to try and teach her how to parallel park in the arcade game.
Was Skeeter black?
Yes.
I don't know about that. I've always wondered that.
Skeeter
my whole
was
life.
black-coded.
So what was the purple bitch? She wasn't black.
Bebe?
Yeah.
She was rich. She couldn't have been black.
Okay, so then how is Skeeter black?
Unless her dad was a
How is
rapper
Skeeter
or
black,
a basketball player
black,
or something.
and he's blue, and she's
Yeah.
purple and not black.
Well,
what
but
color
then
was
the
Roger?
wasn't the neighbor blue too? The
that weirdo with
yeah,
the teeth.
who always had cool gizmos and stuff.
Yeah.
Roger maybe was no. Roger was Hispanic.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough of Doug.
Doug.
I brought up Doug one time in my house, and my girlfriend said that show was for babies, and I said, okay,
Wow.
well, guess I'll never talk about Doug again. Fuck.
I'm sorry you didn't get an opportunity to share Doug memories with Angry Beavers. That was my show. I loved Angry Beavers. Can't believe they got away with naming a show Angry Beavers now that I think about it.
On everything sex with you guys, liberals.
Yeah.
You're always thinking about, young
Wienerville, Angry Beavers. Come on.
Wienerville is about
dicks. Yeah.
The Angry Beavers, no.
On the John for $5 Canadian, Vito, I demand pictures of this IKEA blanket nest. No. Pink like peachy
man,
for
I don't want to see
$5.
that shit.
I feel like we get closer every day to getting an autism diagnosis for
That's
Vito.
it? That's all the super chats there are?
That was a lot of super chats.
It's barely any.
What are you talking about? There was a $50 one for you to put on a pirate fucking thing.
Uh-oh. Shit. Uh-oh. Where did this cut off?
Uh-oh. Well, you can always pull that part of the audio down from YouTube.
God damn it. There's 15 gigs available. What the fuck are you talking about? Hold on. Let me see where it stopped.
Wholesome
shit.
dude.
That was a wholesome
God.
fucking shit. Oh, man. I got to chop a lot of shit off.
Oh, that's-
God damn it.
That's
All
from,
right.
well,
What was the wholesome shit part?
I think that was talking about David the Gnome. That was a while back.
Oh, no. Okay.
You know, you can pull the audio down from YouTube and
I
splice
know,
that
but
in.
then I got to do it. Yeah, it is.
Now it is.
It's bright red.
We got it. Okay, well, Dick didn't record half of our fun Nickelodeon rant. Kagon Post for 2. Good free games if you have Amazon Prime this week. I forgot Amazon Prime has free games. Cameron for 5. Dick, don't revoke your Indian heritage. I can tell you've picked at your dot. Frank Lucas for 5. Remind the live audience to like the live stream every week to boost the algorithm. Oh, guys, hit the like button. We should mention that sometimes.
Yeah.
Mike Hunt for 5. Australian in all my times reading Judge Dredd, I've never noticed the no difference between prison and welfare analogy.
No, it's
too busy laughing at the fatties.
It's a really long comic, but the reason it's so long is because the lore of it was buried really deep in the beginning. Like what is illegal in the Judge Dredd world and how they have 90% unemployment in Judge Dredd world.
But is all of Judge Dredd written? It's written by different authors, right?
Well, it's 40 years, maybe even more at this
Right.
point. But the
I'm
early
saying
stuff,
I always thought it was one of those like one of those things where like the
wow. What the
dead
fuck are you
inside.
talking
Everything's
about?
just wrong.
Because it's a comic came up, so you're like, I have to say something about comics, so I look like I know what I'm talking about, but I don't have anything to
Well,
say.
I wanted to compare it to like a samurai thing where like,
Oh.
it changes depending on the viewpoint of who's narrating it, But that's not necessarily what I meant. That's
Well,
incorrect.
I don't know about that shit.
Yeah.
But, originally, there's good stuff in there. And
What's that
that's one of them.
samurai movie where like everybody's got a different take on what happened? Rashomon. Yeah.
Rashomon? You knew
Yeah.
that?
I did because Simpsons makes a great joke about it where Marge goes, well, you loved Rashomon, and Homer goes, that's not how I remember it. And I go, that's a pretty good Rashomon joke. Anyway, sorry. So Judge Dredd.
Nah, I don't care about that.
All right, nothing matters. Let's
SJ, my stories.
No, Kagon Pose for 2 says Pro Art's good. Asses Pro Art is good stuff. That's the monitor. I thought.
SJ for 10, or 100 Korean sex.
Yes.
My story setting of a sci-fi clone army going into a postal to a fantasy realm.
Portal. To a fantasy realm is more
fun than, let's go to the different underdeveloped superworlds. They're going to be destroyed anyways. Just saying.
There you go.
That's the guy who said he drew a whole thing and you didn't. And then you said your story sucks.
Yeah.
And you didn't give your fucking title in that response?
Yeah.
What the fuck's the
And now
matter
we
with
don't even
you?
know what his
Say the
comic
name! Rusty Shackelford
Fear
for
of
5.
self-promotion.
I haven't read the first half of Super Killer, just like I don't drink half a beer or smoke half a cigar or have half an orgasm. Stop effing. Mike,
Stop F-slurring.
Mike Hunt for 2. Remember Kablam?
I loved Kablam. That was great.
I remember that.
God, what was the action figure group in that? That was the best.
For 2, I tweeted a pic of the CPAP machine to all of you.
Okay.
I meant come up with an acronym for CPAP that was insulting.
Come, pussy. I don't fucking know.
Happy birthday to the talented Mid-Sound.
Happy birthday.
Dirty Gaylors. Oh, baby,
whore.
thank you for super chatting. All right.
All
well,
right.
Here we go. How much did we make? How much money do we make?
At least, like, I'll tell you here.
Did we make enough?
Scroll down a little bit.
I don't know how.
Just go. Oh, maybe not. I thought it only summarizes it at the end.
So we don't know? There's no way
let's
to
just
know.
Read the email. It's not going to be
We
relevant.
didn't get any super chats about it,
It's
though.
not
so
going to
people
be
probably don't wanna
relevant
know.
next week.
But you know what is relevant?
No. Let's read this fucking email. Come on. We do this so often.
No, I don't. People don't want it though. Let me put up a vote. Maybe people want it.
Yeah.
Where's the vote? Add the vote. Start a poll. Did we make $1,000 in super chats? And will you vote? And will you vote for Trump? There you go.
So moronic.
What do you mean? That's a good question.
Just read the email. It's not we can't save it. It's not like a bit we can
Oh, man, it's so interesting. Okay, we got to wait for that to finish.
save. Okay.
The poll to run. Are you ready?
Sure.
Oh! I gotta get my stuff.
Why's it got to be that big old hammer? Can't you get a regular hammer?
No, I can't get a big old any kind of hammer. Oh! What's the game where we smash all the toys of a man who teaches about little boys? What's in the box? You know you want it. So get on the scale or I smash it to shit. Vito's booty, Vito's booty, Vito's booty, Vito's booty. What it's gonna be?
Is it
Vito's booty?
Is it good this week?
It is a October surprise for Oinktober. Whether it's gonna be good
October's
or not.
over though.
Well, I put it in the box yesterday when Oinktober was still active and popping, and I can assure you that it's something that you're really not gonna like.
Something I'm really not
you're
gonna like.
hate it. Actually,
Well, I haven't gotten a gift in a while, so why don't I get on the scale and see what we
Have
get?
something to go with your monitor. Have something to go with your special color-calibrated monitor. So the comic can be funnier. Because the red is more the correct color of red. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, my God, boys and girls. Oh, my God. Do you have a guess?
I can see it on the scale.
You have a guess of what the weight is. Did you have a guess before you saw the weight?
No.
You didn't?
No.
Did you think it was going to be higher or lower?
Then what?
The last time.
Higher.
You thought it was going to be higher?
Yeah.
Aren't you on that Ozempic?
Yeah.
What? How's it working?
Not very well, I guess.
Well, maybe you could sue the manufacturer.
Maybe. Well, the
'Cause it's
manufacturer is
not
a guy in
working.
China, so it's not going to happen.
Oh, you could sue Novartis, maybe.
That would be a
What
good
about
idea.
Hims? You could sue those guys.
I could get on. Maybe I should get on the Hims version.
Should we have the audience guess what it was?
I really don't think there's any reason to drag this out.
296.
296.
Point
1.
Nice. Nailed it. All right, let's see.
Vito, it's been 2 months.
Yes.
And you've gained 5 pounds.
All right. So
How has that happened?
So another 2 months, I'll gain another 5. Give me the toy. Why is there a drum roll?
Here's the toy.
Oh, hey, it's
it's another.
It's a State Farm guy.
Special edition.
This is a TwitchCon exclusive. Is this really a TwitchCon exclusive?
I don't know. The guy put it on a sticky note.
Maybe
so
I
it's
can
probably
sell
true.
this. Add icons, Jake from State Farm. That might be worth some money.
Well,
all right, I saved it.
Gotta say, I'm disappointed
I saved
in the
a pop
296.1.
Don't be.
No, I am. I can't help but be disappointed by that.
Okay.
Because it's been 2 months. I thought it would be down.
Oh, it's not going down.
Well, I thought it would be down anyway.
Why? Why did you think that?
Because you're on the magical cure for weight loss.
Yeah. No.
And
what are you gonna do?
Do you blame the Ozempic?
No.
No?
For what?
So if you weren't taking Ozempic, it would be a lot higher?
I guess so.
Okay. Nobody's asking for the email. I don't know. I'll sniff around. There you go. 78% yes.
78% what? Want the email?
Want the email. Yeah. Should we end the stream
Well, we
and
should,
then see
no,
how
we gotta
much
read the
money
rest
we
of the
made?
super chats. There's more super chats.
No, not really.
Yeah, we got a couple more.
Where?
You gotta right there was like 2 more.
The Batman meets Judge Dredd
Yeah,
comics
hold
for
on.
my cunt. I was in the middle of reading that.
Because there's a couple new ones. Oh, maybe there's
No,
only
just
2 new
those
ones.
2. Everyone's so disappointed like me.
The Batman meets Judge Dredd comics was the best. Batman gets arrested and unmasked immediately. Psychonautical for 10. I'll have to sniff around for your Legion of Skanks appearance, but thanks for the thorough response. I'd love to see more comedy guests, especially of the Josh Denny / Sean variety.
Sean? My Sean? He's not
I don't
a comedian.
Are you really not going to read this email? What is this?
I'm just so disappointed about the
people with content now?
I always thought it would be like 2 months. You'd be down to like 205 or something.
Okay.
But
well,
looks like I have nothing to be thankful for this season.
So we're reading this email or no?
I don't know.
Okay, I guess just on the show.
I guess.
Okay. Great show.
This
Biggest
was-
problem show.
I guess
vote
maybe
on all the
I'll
problems.
read it. I guess maybe.
No, don't read it now. This is pointless now. We'll read it on. Well, don't even read it.
I guess I'll read it now. What?
I told you to read it first.
It just feels so disappointing.
Okay,
now.
cut the show. Don't worry about it.
Don't you think you could lose a little weight? Hi, Vito. I took a moment to review how the stream went and incorporated the ad read. Due to the chosen delivery approach, I needed to bring it to my supervisor's attention. After review, they felt the tone didn't quite align with the intended message we were hoping to get across. I've looped him in here as well.
Bye, Vito.
I guess. Well, just stop eating. I guess that's it. I guess that's it. Sorry, everyone. I guess it's not happening, guys. Yeah. Still at 78%. I'm sorry. He took his toy and went home, I guess. It's okay, it's up, Vito said. Oh yeah, that was looping in my supervisor. Okay. Here comes the supervisor. Hey, Vito. Your matey. Your co-host's comments directly after the sponsorship. After the sponsorship, so you do admit that it was after the sponsorship. So you admit that we fulfilled our side of the bargain, me hearties. Where the fuck is my sword? Damn it. Ah, there it is. Ha ha! Ha ha! Your comment. Let me get some pirate music. Some royalty-free pirate music. Sorry, everyone. Royalty-free pirate music. All right. Set sail with royalty-free pirate music downloads. Musical pirate. No copyright. Okay. No. Whoa. This copyright-free music sucks. There we go. Okay. Here we go, everyone. Are you ready? Are you ready, me sailors? Are you ready to set sail on the seas of thieving and pirating and stealing booty from influencers after ye paid them? Well, batten down the hatches. Hi, Vito. Your co-host's comments. Let me turn it down a little tiny bit. And there we go. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect pirating music. Hey, Vito. Hi, Vito. Exclamation point. Your co-host's comments directly after the sponsorship. Parentheses. Actually, this is annoying. Where did Vito go? I don't know. I'm still being recorded. I'm running the recording, you retarded piece of shit. Vito left. Is he even here? No, he left. He slammed the door. He slammed the door probably to fake us out. He's probably still up there. Vito! Vito, where are ye? Are you fucking kidding me? Well, I was going to read this, but Vito left, so now no one gets to hear it. Whatever. Hi, Vito. Your co-host comments directly after the sponsorship. Hold on, let me get a picture of Vito. Hold on, let me get a picture of Vito so I can put him in here. All right. Okay. It's not on a Mac. Print screen. Okay. And then I got to open MS Paint. Sorry, everyone, for the unprofessionalism of my co-host Vito, but he cost us a sponsorship. He costed us a sponsorship earlier, so I am doing my best. Now I gotta crop him out over here. Oh, I could have got a better picture, but whatever. Okay. And then over here. Oh, man. I don't know how to do that. Oh, yes. Okay, that works. And good. No! Shit! Sorry, me mateys. I'm just trying to crop out. Welcome to Pirates Photoshop 101. Oh, what the fuck? Okay. First of all, I'm going to be doing the lasso tool like this. Then I'm going to go up here and click at the crop thing. All right. Now I'm going to save it, me lads, to the downloads thing. Vito.png. Signs for pirates. No pirate and no, I don't know what else it stands for. Pirates no good. Pirates and no good. Image. Okay. Yeah, new. Okay. Browse. Sorry if you're just listening on the MP3, but I'm going to be doing this for a while. So you better get used to it. All right. And I've imported a Vito and put him on. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Now he could be over there. Now I'll read this. It looks like it's right there. Oh, you know, Dick. Well, I really wish you wouldn't read this. Well, I'm going to read it then, Vito. I actually think you should read it. I don't think I should read this, Vito. It's a violation. Why would you send this to me? Well, I really hate this guy. I saw that he was Jewish, and I thought, fuck him, free Palestine. Oh, Vito, that's crazy that you'd say something like that. Yeah. All right. First you're starting fights with insert credit, and now you're starting fights with the entire Democratic National Convention. Oh, they're really going crazy with all the trans stuff. Hi, Vito. Your co-host comments directly after the sponsorship. Parentheses, during the sponsorship, if you assume it lasts 60 seconds, as per the contract, it did, but it started before. Run contrary to Rise's mission. So Rise was the name? Rise's mission. I thought the mission was to get signups at the site, even if it was intended to be a joke. Oh, I don't know, retardo, or people screaming about a computer AI accusing the vice presidential nominee of being a child molester. Is that a fucking joke? I can't even fucking tell. I'm so fucking dumb. Oh, hey, did you see that computer accused Tim Walz of being a pedophile? Was that a joke? Was it a joke when you said that a computer accused Tim Walz of being a pedophile? Yeah, duh. I don't fucking know. Hey, look, I'm running a marketing campaign for the DNC. I'm so fucking stupid. I can't tell what a joke is. Even if it was intended to be a joke. Okay. We reach out to creators on their behalf, on Rise's behalf, and return to them sponsored content and pledges to vote from the linked form. The linked form where, dude? You still didn't fucking have a... From progress.win? Is that where it is? Put it in the fucking copy! Hopefully you can see why this is not a clip of content we can return to them. That sounds like your problem, you fucking retard. You should have wrote exactly what we should say then. Especially before sending $500 and say, wing it. Talk about what's important to you. Because I have a fucking news flash for you. What's important to everybody is not what's important to you fucking weird freaks. We strongly... Here's $500. Say whatever you want. Okay. Yeah, that's right. That's what I told him. I wish Vito's here to give his perspective. We strongly recommend. This is the part that pissed me off, to be honest. We strongly recommend. Straighterade, by the way, was the girl that hooked us up with this. We strongly recommend. We here at progress.win. Look, $500 has never meant more. To anybody in the history of the world, we strongly recommend that you consider either redoing this sponsored segment, because your first version was almost there. Buddy. Your first version almost nailed it. You know, what I really took away from that was, if only you did it again. If you took what you had and you did it again, but this time for free. If you could just I strongly recommend that you either consider redoing this sponsored segment in either a different video or a community post. Yeah, I'm going to have a big video where I'm dressed up as a Ku Klux Klan member, and I'm going to say, hey, listen, you got to no matter who you vote for, voting is important. So you got to go to the vote and register at the site. It's rise.win.kkk, excuse me, .com. That's what I meant. Oh, she says... Vito went home. Well, okay, whatever. He just doesn't want to be in trouble for this. We strongly recommend that you consider either redoing this sponsored... You fucking pussies. Are you guys getting paid by these guys $500 to get talked to like this? I wouldn't pay someone $500 to get lectured by this fucking freak like this. We strongly recommend you consider either redoing the sponsored segment in either a different video. Yeah, I got it. I'm right here. Please clip it. Clip this. In a different video or a community post, or refunding the sponsorship and removing the link from your video description. I don't know how to do that because I have a disability. I have a disability for using computers because I have so many problems. Thank you for your understanding. You're welcome for me understanding, Jonah. Jonah the... Thank you for your understanding. What a fucking asshole. Hey, can I have that $500 back or you do a video for free? No. Thanks for your understanding. And then he's screenshotted Mo Wang saying this might be the hardest I've ever seen a sponsor get screwed. Good stuff, which is not, we didn't make that comment. And then he says after the screenshot, and he didn't hit return, so it's on the same line like a fucking hill, like he's never used a computer before ever. On the same line as the screenshot, it says, parentheses, top comment from the podcast for reference. For reference of what? Top comment from the podcast for reference. Well, Jonah, here's your free sponsorship that you wanted. Thank you for... I both think we can both agree that we're both understanding. Good luck. Good luck in the Phantom Zone when you get locked in the